Greetings, everyone! Hello! I hope I'm live. My OBS and Twitch or browser are having difficulties, but should be live.
Yeah, your live is just an ad for me right now, but it's.
Oh, that's
live.
that's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to
the ad is gone.
It's gonna. We're gonna have ads in like a minute.
Damn. Oh yeah, I see that.
Okay, I'm gonna send the link here. I'm gonna send...
Links are posted.
Let's post the links while Kira gives us a TLDR of what happened so far. Because we're back to the Fallen World tabletop RPG.
Oh yeah. Hello! Quick basic summary of what is happening. This is a world where supernatural creatures exist, but they are hidden from humanity because we all don't know how humanity deals with what they don't understand. And because some of them kind of predate on our predators of the human race, so they don't really want to be like, hey, I'm here, hello. Our players are apprentice hunters, which are humans ? Some of them are not, and they're trying to help humanity fight against what is hidden in the dark and what could be actually a threat to them. Right now, the main task, the main quest of the group, is to take down a cult. Which has been kidnapping babies, indoctrinating young girls, all in the hope of creating the perfect bride for who they call an archangel, which is named Tariel. Recently, they've discovered that, first of all, Tariel fell a long time ago, and that explains the behavior of the cult. And second of all, they have been given, during a very weird and very tense game of cards, they have been given an incentive, like a hint of where the cult is going to be in 2 weeks. Now, it's down to 1 week because some things happen. I'm not going to tell you exactly what, because the other players are going to tell our little Quinn, who wasn't there yet. They're going to tell him what happened after the mission on the little island. Right now, the group has discovered that Tariel and Lucia, because Lucia is the name of the bride that the cult is trying to recreate. First of all, they realize that Lucia is actually a person. It's not just a concept. She's a real person. And she is a succubus who seduced Tariel and then realized that he was a psycho and tried to leave. And he was like, no, you're not leaving. And something happened. She didn't tell exactly what, but something happened and she got to leave, and Tariel's memories of her existence have been erased. However, he still remembers the concept of her. And that is why the cult is trying to recreate the concept of Lucia without knowing that she actually already exists. They have discovered also that during Lucia's time with Tariel, she had a child, which is called Samael, and is what they call a Nephilim, half archangel and half succubus. And he is a very... Hi, Vendome, yeah! He is a very powerful creature. However, he just barely knows the world and doesn't exactly get what is happening. And so they have tried to kind of nudge him in the right direction. Some things happen, and they're about to go to make a little report to Quinn. Basically, after the last session, if you remember it, they went back home to the main place in France where one of the fully fledged hunter, Ricardo, is hosting them, and Ricardo is also Quinn's mentor. So that is where they will find Quinn once more and be able to tell him exactly what has been happening and the little news that they have, and finally decide what they're going to do with the information that they have. Because they know where the cult is going to be in 1 week, but what are they going to do with it? And there are multiple options that they could choose from. Now they just have to decide which angle they're going to take. So, you can see the pictures of all the 4 different players. We have Elizabeth.
Hello.
There. Jesus. We have Hades.
Hello.
I think I need to turn you down, holy moly.
We have Clint, of course.
Hello.
And we have Queeriness.
Hello there.
Stop!
No, that's amazing. Keep going.
Yeah,
Oh, God. So, all of you are now in Ricardo's living room, and you have just been reunited with Quinn after he's been away for a while to try and master some new skills that he found that he has.
nice.
I want to master new skills.
Well, you were on a mission, so...
Yay, Quinn.
I'm gonna
So-
put Ricardo's face. So, Ricardo looks at all of you and is like, so how was your last mission?
What even was our last name? Oh yeah, it was the house with the ladies, right?
Yeah.
Clint would sigh and say, well, for once it turned out way better than expected.
That is good.
So, there's 2 people. Oh god, what is...
Guess what I can
What
do?
were
We
they?
have new skills too. Oh, I'm scared.
Why is there now an ad break?
There isn't for me.
There isn't for me either.
Why is it showing me...
Even do
Oh,
ads.
it's just like one of the mini ads on the side. Never mind. I was scared that it like spams ads now for some reason. But yeah. So what type of creatures were they again? Or like what did we know?
Semi-elementals.
Okay.
Semi-elementals for most of them.
No, the 2 main ladies were semi-elementals then.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Clint would continue and say, so we encountered that the house that is, well, supposed to be empty is actually being lived in by 2 semi-elementals who have like kind of a little orphanage thing going on.
I see. An orphanage.
Oh,
Specifically for semi-elementals or just for anybody?
It's for anybody because we found one of the Lucias we rescued there.
Clint
I
would,
see.
as soon as Elizabeth says that, she would like make a motion of like, just like.
Well, if I didn't say anything, we
No,
would get in
you're right.
trouble.
You're right. It's just, I wouldn't have led with that. Because
Well, we
there's a
found one of the Lucias there.
but there's a bunch of, there's like a bunch of beings, I think most of them are semi-elementals, but, their main protector is...
Oh, is that little dipshit We were
Okay,
hunting
stop.
Ricardo
down.
Could
turns
you
to you and is
stop?
like, excuse me?
Could you stop antagonizing the being that threatened to end the world?
No. He acted like an asshole when we met him, so...
He didn't act like an asshole. He acted like someone who has been told not so nice things.
So you mean an asshole?
No, an asshole would have been if he would be more like a certain bald man that I tried to injure. Anyway, the Nephilim.
Yes, alright.
Would exclaim to Ricardo.
So, are we sure that he is not a danger to any of them?
Well, I am
I don't
pretty
think
sure.
so.
As long as they're not a danger to... Like, I guess if one of them would decide to randomly betray all the others, maybe. But
I see.
so far, he
Not
seems to be...
unprovoked.
He's... I mean, they let us in with and snoop around and get to know everyone before anything happened. Like, we met him as the last person being there.
I see.
Well, at last. You know what I mean.
Alright, so the house that we found the activity in is an unregistered help center for basically anything that needs help.
Make things
Mostly
pretty.
semi-elemental and different beings, and is run by a Nephilim who is trying to figure out what exactly is the world.
Basically,
I wouldn't say run, but at the very least protected by.
I see.
I think
Well,
it's more run by the two female semi-elementals we met at first, while he is the guardian.
I see. Well, as long as he doesn't seem to be an active threat, I guess we could just keep an eye on it and let him learn
Oh,
about...
Fandomia, I'm
all
sorry,
this
why
thing.
didn't it... Sorry.
The stonks didn't work.
I'm gonna figure out how it works while the other characters talk to each other and Ricardo. The other players, not characters. Yep. Clint just nods.
So, I guess you've been able to make a bit more acquaintances.
I don't like any of those.
Why am I not surprised?
You liked half of those.
Yeah,
I
you were
don't-
basically throwing yourself at the lightning girl.
Yeah! You...
I guess she was cool.
Jesus.
God, such a moody
They
teenager.
have my child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're
my
looking
child-
after your child.
My child is with the demon thing.
They're
Wait.
protecting her.
Also,
Wait,
it's not a demon
what?
thing, it's only half of a demon thing.
Wait, go
Yeah.
back, go back, go back.
Yeah!
What? What?
Quinn is just like, wait, what's going on?
Elizabeth,
No.
it's been 3 weeks. How did you have child?
No, it's one of the it's one of the Lucias we saved. She's with them.
Which
My
is a
brain
good
is
thing,
dead.
as we
I don't
said.
know what is real.
I forgot her name.
I like
I
how
believe it's the one that was named Yvonne.
The IT one.
The artsy one. Yes, that was injured in her hand by Dr. Layden. Melody is also there.
What?
Melody was also there.
The one with the uncle.
Wait.
Yeah, the one with the uncle. As well as the kitsune that you killed's father.
What?
Oh
The-
yeah, he was there.
Oh, you worded in
Yeah.
a way that confused me a lot. I was like, wait, the kitsune we killed.
I was thinking of the werewolf lady.
I I mean,
I
we
mean, it
never
was
met a
kind
werewolf
of-
lady, I think.
Yeah, you didn't meet a werewolf
We,
lady.
we
was
met a
that
werefox, basically.
thing. Yeah,
From the bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
from the bar.
kitsune. That's a
No, we
kitsune.
killed her, not the dad.
yeah,
know-
but
yeah.
her dad was there.
Kira just
Okay, I thought you said
worded
that
in a
we killed the
confusing
dad.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just randomly also just went back and killed the dad, you know?
no,
Because
No,
that's
the dad.
definitely a thing Clint would do. Uh-huh.
damn.
Anyway. By the way, Stonks is gonna play now for everyone.
Oh god.
It's with sound. That's the big money bags animation when
Yeah.
people have like too many channel points. It also gives
Jesus.
me, and if you are part of the Vampire Roleplay, you as well, in-universe money.
Damn.
Yes. That's like if someone would activate that and then Clint just randomly like gets money in his bank account.
He found the wallet
Jesus.
on the floor.
What do you say?
He found the wallet on the floor.
Yeah!
Exactly.
Just €100 bill just slaps him in the face.
I wish something like that happened in real life.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I also like this one like Reddit post of a person being like, so I robbed a bank in GTA. How do I get this money into my real bank account?
Okay,
Oh.
so Ricardo turns to look, Captain. I see what you did. Stop. Ricardo turns to all of you and is like, now that this is done, we need to figure out what to do with the information the sorcerers gave you. We have a time and a place. Now, what do we do with it?
Go to the place.
Right
yes, but
before
when?
the time.
Do we go before? Do we go at the time exactly that they're supposed to be here? Do we
I would
prepare
say-
anything?
I would personally
Yeah, of
say
course
that
you-
we oh god, how do they call it in the movies? Insect the place?
Insect.
Yeah, that's what Clint says.
Ricardo
Insect?
kind of frowns a little bit. It's like, infiltrate?
Well, with little machines that can listen in.
Oh, bug the place.
Yes, that's the thing.
I
Insect
mean,
the
we
place.
could, but we don't know exactly the resources that they have. Also, I would like to know exactly what are they doing to, you know, all meet at the same place.
So it's
Mm.
in 1 week, correct?
Yes.
Well, first we gotta gather our manpower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can do that if you want an assault on the day exactly.
I would say it would be it would be good to know how many people are there and to know how as much as we can why I said we would bug the place. But the assault is also a good idea, that we prepare an assault and then try to listen in case, like for example, if they have any young girls there that would be in danger for the whole Lucia thing, and that we would know in beforehand through surveillance, through the bugs, and so on.
Yes, we would need intel first.
How about I just walk in and I'm like, what's up?
People would recognize you, and that's not good.
Yes. However, going in there, perhaps not exactly as obvious as Elizabeth suggested it, but going in there and trying to find as much information on this gathering as you can could be actually quite useful.
I know somebody that they don't really know.
Oh.
Who are you thinking of?
When
It is true. No, they have seen him.
Yeah,
seen me
when
before.
Quinn and I went in to get you out.
At this point, I believe they have seen all of you. Hades, they've seen you at the gala. Elizabeth, you went there as a teacher, and Clint and Quinn, they saw you as the father and son who were driving the car.
Yeah.
How about we do some little magic trick and make us look like someone else?
Do you know someone who can do that?
I
No,
do.
but it was us. See, he does.
Clint would look
All
over
right.
to Quinn.
Ricardo looks at you and is like, what do you suggest?
Well, I can speak to my gal pal, and maybe she can hook us up with some disguises.
Ooh,
Your
I want to
would
look
be
like
useful.
Taylor Swift.
Clint rolls his eyes. Yeah, that's gonna not be suspicious at all.
Oh, hey, Taylor Swift could be part of the cabal.
Exactly. See,
I
I'm
wouldn't
happy
put it
somebody
past her
agrees.
now that I think about it, but I don't know a lot about celebrities.
Hada just sits there. They have no idea who the fuck Taylor Swift is.
Okay, I do have one other suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
So my gal pal has been teaching me magic.
Ooh.
And
Go on.
maybe instead of bugging, I can try scouting.
It would.
Like
It does.
Invisible Man.
No, sensing with magic. Sensing the magic, like bodies and like seeing what's going on.
I still don't
But
want
how?
to. I still don't.
If you,
Sorry.
like, excuse me, but if you like try sensing somebody's magic and see how many people there are, like, how are you supposed to tell what they are talking about? That's kind of dumb, if you ask me.
No, well, we at least would get information about the number, but
Magic's very. You gotta be creative. I know it's hard for you guys to do, but you gotta be able to visualize.
Bruh.
You could also maybe have some intel on what they are preparing. If it's something
Yeah.
magical, you could be able to sense it.
To be able to sense it. If they're maybe not all just coming via car, maybe some of them are coming through portals or some other bullshit sorcery.
That's
We
why
do have-
I'm.
We do
I
have
have a-
information that Layden has already been messing with magic before.
yeah.
Ladle.
Ladle.
Ladle, yeah.
It's just like a big
He's a
spoon.
ladle.
They make you out of clay.
Oh,
Mr.
I
Spoon.
have a plan.
If he is trying to build another portal to hell, we should stop him and be aware of what he's trying to do the fastest as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, me and
Yeah.
Quinn can go like waltz in, disguised as Taylor Swift and and Markiplier.
Taylor
That's
Swift.
all we care about. And we walk in, get info, see how many magic there is or whatever, and the rest of them can be outside waiting on us, or if we get in trouble, they can like rescue us.
Just
Hades,
very
do you
quickly.
remember people who were at the gala that maybe some of us could take the appearance of? I seem to recall there was a woman with red hair and blue eyes, and a man that could be used as disguises for Elizabeth and Quinn, so that they would be perceived as members of the cult.
I remember there was a guy with 2 dragons. I remember.
Guys,
Yes,
two
That's the
dragons.
bar. That's not the.
Yeah, no, that's the bar. That's not the cult.
No, I think it was a 2. He was the one that told me stories.
Yeah, but he was not part of the cult. He was just a sorcerer.
At the bar, not from the
Yeah.
conference. you
I'm talking
attended
about
alone.
your mission where you met Cadence.
I know, but I remember there was a guy that told me stories there. It's one of the first people I talked to.
Guy that told you stories. Oh! I think I know who you're talking about. Let me just check with you.
I remember his position on the map.
Okay?
Okay. That is...
The thing is, for that thing, there was no map, so...
No, like the map, like the just the pictures you put up.
Okay.
Pull out your map. Show
Pull
us
out the
where.
map. I'm gonna send you 2 pictures, and if it's the second picture, it's the sorcerer. It's not... He was not part of the cult. Where is he? There he is. Alright. Okay, while Acheron checks on this, Quinn, can you make a roll for intelligence? Try... I mean, you don't even have to roll for it. If you have an intuition, you can just, like, maybe that's this. And
Yeah.
if I tell you that you need to roll to kind of get to this conclusion, then you will after that.
Okay. So Quinn, like, I don't know, a spark ignites in his eyes or something, and he just like scurries off from the group and sits down on the couch, legs bouncing, looks up and says, Layden's trying to build a portal to hell. It needs sacrifices. Why else would he be inviting everyone? He can't just go to a mall and sacrifice people in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
That could be a reason
Sacrificing
for it.
sacrificing his entire cult?
Well,
Yes,
just the
why
people
would he
invited.
sacrifice his cult instead of random people?
What
he
if
could
he
have
brings in
started a
random people?
charity event.
He could
Maybe.
I don't know. Are they aware?
But the way that I'm seeing it is Layden is speaking to Tariel. Tariel is offering him the power. He wants the portal to hell. He wants that direct link to the power. He invites his strong members with him. Maybe some of them will be accomplices to the creation, but his cannon fodder cult members are just a means to the end of his power.
That could be one reason for it.
Or he is like, oh, everyone, let's have a party. JK, everyone is dead now. Lol.
Maybe not everyone,
Usually
but at
they
least a
don't
couple.
kill people without reason.
I mean, he would sacrifice people to open the portal to hell to get Tariel out, assuming he gets power from it. It is beyond. Oh nope. Out of character, me forgot the word.
Plausible?
No. Repercussions? No.
Consequences?
Consequences. Thank you. He would assume himself beyond consequences, depending on how much, like, what he thinks, what power he would receive from that. Unless he is loyal and all he wants is Tariel to be free, which he didn't really strike me as, if I'm being honest.
From what you've told me, he seems a bit too calculated to throw out his life without some kind of reward.
Exactly.
And him being calculated, he wouldn't want to have that danger of his powerful cult accomplices with him that could potentially get in his way of his own goals.
That is also fair.
Either that, or he's sure that they won't get in his way.
I mean, if people do like try to get in his way, because like why would you have a lot of power without sharing it with everyone, because we've been loyal to you. Like I would get mad,
I
and
mean,
then yes.
yes, that's of course something that can happen, but he has like some sort of security that either they're loyal to him or that they won't be able to touch him.
How much, like, how sure can you be that the one person you trust them, like, mostly in this world will not betray you?
Depends on the person, but who knows, maybe there have been cults I've read and heard about that would be, yes, Layden is the best person in the world, he would never do anything that would harm us, and I don't know if his subordinates are that way, but maybe he has something in the hand, like, as a security, like, I don't know, he can blackmail them, he has, like, some sort of, like, I don't know, traps or security that he will be the one that gets the power no matter what, and then they have to listen to him because he's powerful now.
Every one of you will roll for intelligence to deduce something. Elizabeth, you roll with advantage, which means you roll 2 dice and you take the lowest.
Why?
Two
Sorry.
D20?
Yes.
I rolled a 6. I'm kind of smart.
Okay.
All right. Jesus.
It didn't work. Yeah,
That's the most
Clint,
mid-advantage I've ever seen.
Clint is just...
Clint is in the middle of his thinking. He's like, okay, maybe that this, then that. Do you need me to roll for you, Quinn?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
It decided it's not going to respond anymore, as I'm still trying to open
I
it.
almost had that as well. I was freaking out because my
Ooh,
roll
damn!
20
I
was...
rolled a 2 for you.
Oh, Jesus!
Keep
All
going.
right. Hades and okay, Hades and Quinn, you both have this information, and Quinn is gonna have a little bit more because he had a 2. There has been no indication that anybody other than Layden is aware in the cult. I think I mean, there isn't any information that anyone other than Layden in the cult is aware that Tariel fell.
I was thinking
And
that
Quinn,
as well.
maybe he is asking everybody in the cult to reunite in the same place because a major thing has been achieved or will be achieved at that time, whether it's the opening of a portal, the creation of the perfect Lucia, or maybe even bringing Tariel back.
Yeah, that was my thought, that the whole cult is like, Tariel's an angel, we need to help him get back to heaven from hell. And
the rest of the cult is probably not even aware that he is in hell and that Layden is trying to open a portal there.
exactly. And they will be the unwilling stepping stone for this fallen angel to either get back from hell up to the mortal plane to try and maybe attack heaven, or to just wreak havoc on Earth.
The thing is that... like, it also depends on how trusting they are into Layden. Like, if there's a power dynamic of them, like, struggling over who leads the cult, then of course there's gonna be... He's gonna rid of them to have more influence and power. Probably. But if they trust him, it will be a very easy... Hey, by the way, our angel's in danger. We should sacrifice all we have to help him. Wink.
Yeah, but my thinking isn't so much that there's a power struggle, more that he's scared of when they find out that they've been working for a fallen angel rather than a holy angel.
Acheron, have you had time to look at the two pictures I sent you and see which one was the real one?
Yeah, I told you earlier, it's the first guy.
Okay, it's the first guy. Perfect. Okay, so Hades, you do have the memories of two people that were at the gala in Egypt that you know are part of the cult, at least are supposed to be part of the cult, and so you would be able to give those appearances to Elizabeth and Quinn, or even to like the appearance of the woman would have to go to Elizabeth, but the appearance of the man could go to any three of you. So you might have, with Quinn's contact in the sorcerer's world, to get something that could make you change appearance, and your knowledge, you have a sure thing way to get at least two people inside the cult's gathering without them knowing.
Can I try and roll to remember more people?
Yes, you can. You're gonna roll at a disadvantage, however, because it's been a long time and you've had a lot to deal with.
So, twice and take the higher
Yeah,
number.
so a second and you take the higher one.
Okay, fair enough.
Everything.
There is a third option. One person that the cult could not resist getting their hands on,
Oh no.
because they've been searching for her for quite a while.
Oh my god.
But yes,
I don't think you're thinking of the same person that Kira is.
I think we're thinking of the same one.
Yes.
But she's not gonna be there. It's gonna be some other guy.
I mean, she might be there and you might just bring her as a tribute. You might get accepted that way. That could be a way in.
Okay.
I just murdered Acheron with that idea.
I mean, probably then I'm thinking of the wrong person.
How do I turn off my
I'm thinking
camera?
of Cadence.
Yeah, I was not thinking of Cadence.
You weren't at the gala. You don't even know what we're talking about.
No, wanting to get their hands on, I thought of Alusha.
There, but none of you have
What?
the general appearance of a little girl.
They
No.
probably have like Lucia's already. Who cares?
No, that's the thing though. If we presented the one perfect Lucia that wants to be a Lucia, that was
Yeah.
the thought I thought you had.
That is also an option. You could get to her and bring her there, being like, "Hey, do you want to work as a double agent? However, you need to be careful because she's not really
Into the whole
loyal
idea.
to you."
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's way too much into that than into, well, helping us. So I would be... Maybe we trick her.
We also have Melody.
Mhm.
No.
Technically we have, but also no.
Listen.
I mean, you can try to talk with Samael about giving up Melody, but I'm not sure
No.
he's gonna be very happy with the plan.
No, thank you.
Yeah. The thing is, my thought was telling Lucia, like the bitch Lucia. There's too many Lucias.
All the other Lucius took new names.
that I do not remember because they're all Lucia.
No, she's
Anyway.
just a bitch.
Okay, the bitch Lucia. So, just telling her, hey, we found the cult. Would you like to go back to them since you were really vehement on doing it? And then just trick her that way?
Guys, we
You could
have...
plant a bug on her and try to, like, listen to what she hears and get information that way. That is
Yeah.
also an option.
Yeah.
I don't want to... Listen, I don't want to risk it with her.
Guys, we don't have to risk it with anyone. We basically have shape-shifting abilities. As long as someone's build is similar, it's out. That's the thing. We don't need the real Lucia. Yeah. We need to think it's the real Lucia, aka Elizabeth becomes Lucia, for example, or Cadence, or anyone. She is, for example, one of them.
Okay, so... Yes. We could make Elizabeth look like a Lucia. And get her inside with a bug. And all that stuff.
I think it's more valuable for us to have Cadence in. Because think about it.
Cadence?
Yes, it's a cult. They've been doing this for a long time. And they've been trying to get to Lucia. What's the likelihood they already have one? Like, let's face it, we have like what? We had like 10 Lucias saved?
Clint...
Who said they had 100 more? Just in another facility.
Clint would, like, have his jaw open after he realized what who Hardest just suggested.
That image of Cadence, not her, there.
Ooh.
What?
The thing is, if Elizabeth has the appearance of a Lucia, who would take the appearance of Cadence?
No, I mean Elizabeth just takes the appearance of Cadence as if some guy has found her.
Okay, then
So, debate rather than use a Lucia, which they probably already have a perfect Lucia, or another Lucia. Like, Lucias are replaceable.
I mean, I guess, as much as I disagree with that sentiment, I guess, for a second, I was very concerned you would actually get... Never mind.
I'm crazy, not stupid.
You would like to hear how close they are both to being genius as well, because I agree with Hardest's plan to make Elizabeth, I almost said captain in character, to make Elizabeth look like Cadence. Someone found her and is like, "Hi, I'm here for the whatever it is when you have those wanted posters."
Do they have a wanted thing on Cadence?
I don't know. It seems like...
Yeah, I'm looking at Ricardo. Or tall guy.
It was more figure of speech than... But if they do, that's even better.
Yeah, but we do have
like... Wait, I don't understand the question.
Do they have
like, Rigo, I cannot paraphrase my own question, please. Do we have inside information if the cult has some sort of like wanted stuff on people?
We don't have inside information inside of the cult. However, we know that they are looking for Cadence and the Lucius that are missing.
Do we potentially have simply the look of one of the other cult members?
No, that's not something that we have.
The only one that would come in mind is the one that is probably very close to Layden at all times.
Hey Quinn, how long does it take for your magic stuff to happen?
And does it run out at any given point or under certain circumstances?
There's always going to be drawbacks. We'll get back to you. I'm sorting it out.
Okay, but...
He is texting on his phone as he's talking to you.
Okay, but also, give us those information before we start turning people into other people. Like, I don't want...
Okay.
Like, for no offense, but I don't want Elizabeth turning into Cadence and it's some weird night Hardest confuses the two with one another.
Bruh. I would cry.
But Yes. If now, that is if the magic doesn't take that long. But we scope out, we prepare for that. We wait and ambush basically one of the cult members, or honestly anything like that, someone not important. We transform, so to speak, into Cadence and one of those guys, and then he uses this event basically to show off that he has captured Cadence.
That could work.
Anyone else rather than the DM? Any of my team members?
I'm typing.
Okay. I guess. Yeah. So, out of character, because I'm not sure if the heat is making me being more stupid than usual. Akron Hades just said Elizabeth as Cadence inside because cool.
Yes, and the other person that will go in with her as security, basically. We ambush one of the cult members and transform him to him. Basically do a hitman move.
So Clint would definitely know that you mean kill the
We don't need to kill them.
my brain just wanted to keep calling Layden Clayton now for some reason.
Clayton?
Yeah, the bad guy from Tarzan.
Jesus.
I mean, honestly, it's just the only thing we need is Cadence to be British, and then we have it.
God.
I don't like you, you know.
What?
I don't like you, you know.
We have a Tarzan, we have a Clayton, it's all there. It's all coming together. Okay, Clint would just agree, like, if we can get a free shot on Layden, under no circumstances I want to pass up that opportunity.
Bless you. But okay, how many
I'm
of us do we
coughing, you
want-
shouldn't say bless you.
Well,
I did say bless you.
we still want to bless you because you're an amazing person and we want you to do well in life.
Exactly. But okay, how many of us do we want in there? I think we can maybe get all 4 of us.
I don't remember that many
don't-
people. Actually, no. The ambusher. No, if we ambush people, then we can transform into them and basically be invited guests.
Clint would say, as much as I would feel safer inside with you, I think it would be better if I wouldn't be inside.
Elizabeth, what do you want to say?
I definitely do not agree with the fact that all 4 of us should be in there.
And I agree with Elizabeth. We need more people on the outside, and I don't think I would be able to keep my emotions in check in face of Layden.
That is all well and done, but that would be for the second part of the plan, during the gathering. What do you want to do before that in order to figure out what is happening and how to prepare for it?
Well,
Because, fair warning, if you take the appearance of a member of the cult for the gathering, we need to ensure that that person does not make it there.
Well, I don't really like the idea of me being like Cadence and someone else like be like, oh yeah, I captured this one.
they could use her as a
wa-
sacrifice.
that could be very dangerous. I'm more down to get rid of two cult members, make sure they don't show up so we can show up there and be like, oh, friendly or friends. And not one of us being, I don't know, tied up and sitting next to Leiden because he wants to slaughter us.
You would get close to him and be able to undo the fake ties and...
Shut up.
I have emotions to that guy that I didn't think I'd ever have.
Okay, so we want 2 of us in. Let's stick to them. Sorry, cats are running around and trying to maul my face.
Oh no.
Typical cat behavior.
Yeah, but so we want 2 of us in. We're gonna have Elizabeth. You're definitely going in, I assume.
Yes.
Do you want to go as Lucia? We don't need to bring Cadence with. I think that'll be overkill. Put her at too much risk. If we've got a Lucia with us, or someone posing as Lucia, then I don't think that they're going to be like, oh no, you're not going to be allowed in. We need to see a proof of identity.
I don't think Alucia should be inside there.
Guys,
There's
we're
gonna be Lucia's.
as the Lucia. We're not actually bringing a Lucia. We're not bringing civilian.
No, but
We're gonna
No.
disguise ourselves.
the thing is...
I understand, but I don't think Alucia, fake or real, should be there.
It is the matter of whether or not we have another choice.
If we do so, it has to be a Lucia they either haven't seen before or that matches Elizabeth well enough. And I would guess it would have to be maybe a copy of the original Lucia, because they don't know she's a... well, you know.
That's not... Clint, I'm sorry to put you down like this. Oh, I'm not very sorry. Like, you know when you like drop a piece of Kit Kat on the floor and you're like, oh, that's about how sorry I am. But we can't bring a new Lucia. They're gonna be like, where the fuck did you come from? Why do you know
exactly
about it? We need
you
to
think
disguise as one of the Lucias we saved.
Yeah, you think that they don't keep tabs on every single girl they bring into the cult?
What if... okay, what about...
I think we're overcomplicating the plan too much.
I mean,
Okay.
it's better to overcomplicate things and
No,
dial
it's
back,
not.
and dial back later than the other way around.
Okay. Clint, say your piece. I have an idea as well for when you're done.
The one that we that now lives in the forest with Samael.
Yvonne. Yvonne is quite smaller than Elizabeth.
Exactly.
Okay, I didn't know out of character.
From the
sorry.
Lucias that you saved, the ones that have kind of the same build as Elizabeth would be the bitch who decided to keep the name Lucia, Melody, or Vanessa, which was the gardening Lucia who was a little bit taller than the others. The others would be too small for Elizabeth to pass as them.
Okay, I didn't expect the
So we have-
bitch to be same size for some reason.
She would be slightly smaller, but not enough that would be very noticeable.
It's also been a month. People have growth spurts.
Yes.
So, may I give you my ideas?
Yes.
yeah.
My ideas go like this. One, Elizabeth is disguised as Lucia, who wants to kill everyone and be Lucia. And
The bitch.
That's a bitch,
boyfriend,
Lucia.
who she's convinced is absolutely her slave. We can do something like that. Or we can do Melody and I forget the uncle's name, the angry
Donovan.
uncle bodyguard, Donovan man.
Donovan.
Donatello. Angry Donatello can go with Melody as, okay, we've changed our mind. We were wrong. Tariel needs his bride.
I'm not sure if they're gonna trust it.
Yeah.
Or Melody brings Donovan in, quote unquote, tied up. Like, yeah, no,
Then we
he's
have
coming to see me get married.
Then we have the issue of one being tied up again.
Yeah, but we don't do tied up. We do the sailor's knot where you just move your arms and you're not tied up.
I like the first one more, but I still think it's better not to pretend that we're both like cult members instead of cult member and Lucia.
I do agree with Elizabeth, because what happens if Leighton has too many aces up his sleeves that we won't be able to figure out before, and Tariel actually arrives?
Yeah, I get you. Let's look at the documents. Let's see which cult members we can reasonably impersonate.
Mm-hmm.
And track down at the same time within a week.
Yeah. I would also, if we do have the manpower and time, I would like to surveil the entire, surveil the place beforehand, find out if we can find a spot where we have a good view and or connection.
That would be definitely necessary. Just first of all to make sure that that the gathering is going to go relatively safely if we send you in as members of the cult. And we need to know exactly what they are planning. I am sending you the two. I am putting on the Roll20 the two people that you would be able to disguise as. Two people that Hades has remembered.
Oh, God!
Yes, you remember him as well.
Oh, he looks so cool.
Yeah, but Clint knows
You've
this
seen
guy.
him.
Well,
Was
you
this
should.
the
Alright.
guy that appeared in the photo when we were at the police station?
Yes.
That was.
The other one's a bitch.
The other one's a
Oh,
bit.
No. This is how I remembered her. She's a hoe. She's a bitch.
She a hoe.
Jesus Christ.
No,
She was-
she's cute. I like her.
No, she wasn't nice.
Awesome. I just have to play myself then.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
Wait, hold on. Did you just... No. Did I miss something? Anyway.
You guys figure this out. Just give me 1 second. My mom's calling.
Clint would get a visible reaction when he sees that guy.
She's a golden hoe. Thank you, Fendomian.
Yes. Also, there's gonna be ads in 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
So, should we do the ad break now while Elizabeth's gone?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll do the ad break now while oh my goodness. Elizabeth is gone. I will try to cool off the few seconds I have.
Yeah. I'ma go do a little toilet break.
Also, chat, I would like to apologize to for the coughing.
You are forgiven.
Thank you.
Chat, I would like to apologize for me not being here regularly.
You're forgiven.
Yay!
I like how we act as if we're the chat. Chat, you don't get a say. What I say is law. Subscribe to Wriggle.
Just put on your screen for a solid 10 minutes. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.
Yes, we're actually what was it called when it's like subtle messaging, like on TV to make people
Subliminal messaging.
Yeah, it's subliminal messaging, but it's not subliminal subscribe.
We'll just get it laid over every single video we do now. Blood Moon Pictures
Yeah.
is the best Twitch stream you'll ever see.
You will watch all the streams, listen to all of the videos.
You will go to the YouTube, you will subscribe.
Yes.
In a world dominated by social media content, one channel stands above the rest. Blood Moon Pictures, one-stop shop for quality content.
You're so stupid.
We gotta put our talents to use.
What
Promote our
talent?
brands.
We just found friends on Discord and Kira decided, you know what, let's roleplay.
Let's
What
do it.
talent?
What did you do?
We were subliminal messaging the chat to subscribe to Rugo.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
I see, I see.
In a world of D&D related content, one stream, one group will maybe win.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe save the world. From a man who wants a bride. Who's
group
not really a
composed
man
of
either.
Scooby-Doo,
Bro, honestly,
George of the Jungle,
they...
and Curious George. The four of them are one person.
Wait. Who's George of the Jungle and who's Curious George?
George of the Jungle's I think they made
Can I
a...
know who George of the Jungle is, but who in our team is George of the Jungle and who's
George of the Jungle
Curious
is
George?
basically Tarzan, but like kids' cartoon animation.
I know who he is. I'm asking who in our team is he.
You, still.
You're
Hades
all
is
four of
everyone. Hades is both Scooby-Doo, Tarzan, and George of the Jungle.
Bruh. Like, I trusted in you. He betrays me like this, makes me everything.
Damn.
I don't want to be George of the Jungle. He crashes into trees.
I mean, yeah.
Even though in the song it says, watch out for that tree, and he doesn't watch out for it.
Watch out for that tree.
Wriggle immediately gets copyrighted.
Damn.
Turns out the George of the Jungle people are very serious about their.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm so sorry. My mom bought corn and it was still warm and I had to eat it.
Damn.
Boiled corn?
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's a fair going on in our town, so they went and bought us corn. It was really good.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love corn.
Anyway, we were about to kill people or something. I don't know.
Well, we're not about to, but we're about to prepare for it, I guess.
Yay.
People?
But yeah. I just returned.
So, we kind of have a plan for the day of. Do you want to do a recognition before that, trying to infiltrate the thing, trying to get information from the place, trying to maybe get a look at the place before, trying to see if you can find like documents inside of it, or just go in the day of?
Recon before. Recon before.
Alright, how do you plan on doing that?
Scope out the area itself. Then what do we do then? Scope out the area itself. Then we should come on, someone else.
Scout out the area. Scout out the area. Get information about the buildings from like official sources, like online, and like there's a lot of places that have like their especially if it's like public places. In a lot of countries, they need to have the plan of the building accessible for like firefighters and stuff like that, like publicly accessible. So we could get that. And yeah, depending on that, Clint might have more ideas or not, or like we might have more ideas or not.
So, what we're gonna have to do if we want to scout the place the day before, the two people that aren't getting shapeshifted are gonna have to scout it out, because shapeshifting, we want it to last as long as possible. So we're gonna have to do it as late as possible.
The recon would be before, like, not like maybe like one day from the date, from right now, not exactly the date before like the gathering. So there would not be any incidents on the two.
We should pre-plan exit strategies just in case.
Yeah, for which we would need the plan of the building to make it as good as possible.
No, not just the building.
I mean, like, yes, but
how do we leave? What procedures? How will we communicate with the outside? Because it's gonna be a little bit obvious otherwise. But
that's why we need to figure out what kind of building it is, because if we can communicate to the outside via like for example headsets or whatever, because it doesn't have to be a long-lasting thing, it just needs to work on that day flawlessly.
So no shapeshifting for the infiltration mission, but shapeshifting for the gathering in itself. During the infiltration mission, exactly what do you want to do? How do you plan on approaching the thing? How do you plan on gathering information on the place in itself beforehand? Like the plans and all that.
Yeah.
So,
what are you eating?
This tomorrow. Here's my run of the plan. Tomorrow we go to the building like management plans office. There should be one somewhere. We can get the plans. If we need to steal them, we can steal them. Then, following day, we're gonna have to We're gonna have to start tracking down these people that we want to stop from going. This guy that we're looking at looks to be some high up, powerful guy. Don't forget, he was nigh invisible until he decided to show himself. That's gonna be tricky. You're gonna have to start tracking. Scooby-Doo, you're on this?
Yep.
Great. Then we're gonna have to start.
Why did I answer the Scooby-Doo?
I
you
don't
can
know.
sniff him out. He's invisible. You're gonna have to sniff.
No, I'll try my best.
Put that snooter to good use. Then we're gonna have to. Ricardo, you're gonna be on manpower. You're gonna be getting us our heavy hitters, our people to surround the place so we can jump in if we need extraction. We need more manpower to bring down a hell portal, whatever. If we can't get that hell portal to not be closed or not opened in the first place, we're going to need power.
Ricardo looks at you and is like, if you need an intervention in, like, on the day of the gathering, I can have Faith be on the lookout for your call, and if you need her, she might be able to get something done.
Great. At the mention of Faith, Quinn is going to look up to the sky and say, God, we're going to need a divine intervention.
Ricardo's like, I mean, we might as well have every ally we can on our side.
Can I roll for divine intervention?
You know what? Go ahead.
Please.
Don't fuck
Please
it up.
roll a 1. If you roll 20, the house is just gonna burn. No, it's a 16. You don't have any answers. Nothing happens, unfortunately.
God, come get your son. But yeah, we're gonna have to be on top of that. I've got good faith that we can get this disguise stuff up. I'm gonna go meet with her on Monday. We're gonna have a sit down. We're gonna discuss the final details. There might be, I'm gonna lay it all out for you guys. There might be payments involved, but you don't have to worry. I've got it sorted. And can I roll for pickpocket for Ricardo?
Clint raises an
Yeah.
eyebrow as he
You
says
can
that.
try. Go ahead.
Can I roll of seeing him because Clint is suspicious?
It depends on what role he's going to do. Oh god.
What an idiot.
Alright. Since you're all in the living room kind of talking to each other about the plan and all that, you can all clearly see Quinn all of a sudden moving extremely slowly and then reaching towards Ricardo's pocket where he clearly has a wallet.
Clint would just go, ah.
It's gotta
I
say
need
something.
$200. I need 200.
Ricardo looks at you and is like, you could have asked. You know that.
But where's the fun in that?
Thank you, George. Thank you.
George?
I'm over here helping him, and he's like, you know what? Thank you, Jungle Boy. Thank you.
Ricardo just shakes his head a little bit. He's like, just for that, you're gonna have to wait until Monday. Then we'll see if you have earned your $200. Euros.
Quinn nods. And
Can I have $200?
Ask your own mentor. I'm sure Freya will be more than happy to finance you.
Yeah, I don't. She's too busy to talk to me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, I will ask all of you to designate one person that will roll twice with advantage to see what kind. He gets 200. I want to.
I nominate myself.
To see. No, it's a group decision. Come on. To see what kind of information you have about the place in advance.
So
Not me.
we can all. Okay, what was the?
You designate one person.
We choose one of us to roll twice with advantage.
I'm the one with the shit luck stat, so I shouldn't be.
Yeah, it should be either me or Captain.
No, Clint is the one who has the idea for it, and he did
Yeah,
that
but
work
you're...
before.
Yeah, but that's shit luck.
Yeah, but that's metagaming.
I personally volunteer Hardis for the genuine ability to recall senses and smells. Enhanced senses really does help with recon.
In that case, in that specific case, to get the plans and all that, it would be more of a social role, because that would be talking to administrative people, trying to get the plans of the thing and all that.
So it's either going to be Clint or Quinn.
Yeah.
Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn. Sorry, Rico.
If you're metagaming, I'm mad at you. If it's for... if you're just doing it for the metagaming, I'm mad at you. But if you're not, I have to question your choice of who is, good with people just a tiny bit. As great... Quinn is Quinn has some fancy schmancy people reading skills. That doesn't mean he's very likable about it.
Quinn will go up to Clint and just say, "It's 'cause I'm psychic, brother."
Okay, it was not in character, but sure. Nah, Clint would also... in character, Clint would be either Quinn or he and Quinn for Quinn's abilities. Say.
Yeah, I think Clint and Quinn as a backup for the abilities to see, okay, that person is the most susceptible to kindness, and that person is already in a bad mood, just don't talk to them. That would work better. Okay. Clint, you can roll twice.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Roll number 1. Oh shit. My bad luck star in real life. Oh no.
Woo!
Okay. What you can know is that this place is a manor that is kind of big, right in front of a lake. And there is a big stone fence around it. So there's a bit of a hill on the left side of the manor, and on the right side there's a well, as well as a little bit of a cabin, which is probably used for storage. And you know that the building in itself is an old asylum. At least it was an asylum before it was bought and repurposed.
Of course it was.
Ghost?
Can I love there after we wipe away the blood? What?
It's a manor. Someone's asking if they can live in a mansion, basically.
Damn. Yeah. Oh yeah, you heard me. Okay. It has been repurposed, apparently. However, from what you know, most of the rooms there are 3 floors actually. There's the main floor with mostly offices, some rooms, a bit of a place for everybody to eat, and a bit of a a place for people to be greeted, and the second floor is mostly just rooms with a hole in a mess hall, like not really a mess hall, but like a common place in the middle of it.
Messy hole.
And on the third floor, there's only something. The third floor is only basically only this building in the middle has a third floor, which is the main office of what was once the director of the asylum. There is also, from what they know, a basement that we use for storage.
Does it have an attic?
No. The last floor is the floor for the director's office.
I mean, sometimes attics are not counted as floors, but they're like a crawl space kind of deal. But,
Nope,
yeah.
not here.
Okay.
You wish.
Actually, I do not. I hate crawling around in attics.
Yeah, but it would be a good reconnaissance place.
Just creaky
So,
floorboards are
that
our
is
worst
the
enemy.
amount of information that you managed to have in advance.
I mean, we would have to try and figure out if the shed is going to be in active use or not. Otherwise, there's also the... I'm going to assume that's like a little hill on the left.
From what a tiny bit of info that actually Quinn managed to get while Clint was asking the secretary about the plans of the building and what it was used before, Quinn got to gossip a little bit with the trainee, and apparently, rumor has it that a band of mercenaries has been contracted to look after the place and has been spotted kind of circling around the property and making sure that no one gets inside.
Oh, great. They just booked it in advance.
Yep.
The place has been bought by a quote-unquote anonymous benefactor about 5 months ago.
Nothing spells evil cult like anonymous benefactor.
Yeah. Next time you make an anonymous donation, keep that in mind. If you don't put your name, you're a member of a cult.
Oh, the bad guy.
If you don't put your name on the donation, you're evil.
Yeah, you're like an evil cult leader that does this for... to summon and fallen angel.
Hell yeah.
Because
Actually, hell no, because it's getting out of hell. Anyway.
Ah, hell bye.
Exactly.
we also all know that putting your name on the donation so that you can claim donation tax cuts is
Exactly.
the proper and good way. We must all be capitalistic.
I
Yeah.
don't think I condone this message.
I am Quinn and I support this message. Give
So-
me your money.
Do you want to basically just go there infiltration mode and roll with it, or do you want to have a specific plan in place?
Okay.
We should definitely.
How it is.
Well,
The biggest and burliest. Put on
Um,
sunglasses and a suit.
Clint would ask if they would have a sort of... I don't know if there's a specific word for what I'm looking for, but like one of those like walkie-talkies that can go between different frequencies to like...
Clint, stay away from the technology.
I'm okay, I'm not gonna use it myself if that makes you feel safer.
What phone number?
It's gonna
what
end up
number
broken.
phone are you on?
I think it's 4. Anyway, my point being is if they use a frequency that is not like locked behind some technological mumbo jumbo, we might be able to figure out the frequency they're using to talk, like the guys that like patrol the area. We might be able to figure out what frequency they're using to listen in on them. And maybe if stuff goes ass up, we can put in a false alarm on the opposite side.
That's a great idea. Thank you, fearless leader.
That was the fearless leader.
Clint would be completely caught off guard and unable to think for a couple seconds. Yes.
What we can do as well is I can try and tap into the frequency with the magic.
That sounds easier.
A little less stable, but easier.
Much less. But what happens is if we can get the frequency down, we can copy that frequency and have it permanently.
Oh, that's good. Let's combine that.
Technoscience.
Damn.
Magitech. That's one fancy thing. Yes.
Only issue is we're gonna have to get close enough so that we can read the frequency. So, my idea is Hardis, Clint, and myself, and Elizabeth. We dress up, we get suits, dark sunglasses, and those little Bluetooth earpiece thingies. And pretend to
Go
be
in as mercenaries.
Go in as mercenaries.
Do
Chat them up.
Is that how mercenaries look like? It sounds more
No,
like
with
the show with the like.
private security.
Yeah, it would just look like bodyguards.
We look like private security. Ricardo, will you please be our guy in the van?
I
Hardis.
can stay in the van
Oh,
to
Ricardo.
make sure the communications go through.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's do this Sunday.
Alright. So, basically, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. You have all... So, exactly what you said. Suits, sunglasses, Bluetooth earpieces, all dressed to the nines, ready...
To the what?
ready to blend
Make
in
sure you have your guns
perfectly.
with you. Make sure you're packing.
I'm always packing.
Clint is debating if you should take a second phone just in case.
We'll just break both.
Quinn will go on the
I'm gonna
Bluetooth
break
frequency
one
and say,
on the other.
Don't put them in the same pocket, Clint. No.
Oh god!
Oh damn! Who's
well,
gonna die or
Ricardo-
win?
Ricardo managed to get exactly the same kind of walkie-talkie that they have, so that you have the exact same thing that they do. Don't ask how he did it. That's a Ricardo magic thing. And he also managed to bring in what he calls our personal hacker on the line with him to make sure to intercept every single conversation on the walkie-talkies and transmit them if you don't get them.
Please tell me it's not the social worker.
I am failing to see who you're referring to.
Ezekiel.
No, it's not.
Oh, thank God.
It's
Thank God.
apparently a hunter that lives in America, which is a semi-elemental of technology.
Ooh! I was... Okay, Kira, no joke. Like, after the first few sessions with Elizabeth and Quinn, I had a secondary character idea that was just that, based on an
Yeah.
OC of mine.
Nice. But I just want to do a little roleplay here when, like, Ricardo brings out everything,
Mhm.
and Quinn will look at him, like, dead through his sunglasses. Like, you must be a semi-elemental of like psychic power or something to be able to get exactly what they have. Are we related?
I am simply a man with a very specific set of skills.
Don't you take on me? I'll take on
Come
you
on,
back.
get ready and get in there.
Load into the
He
van.
kind of slaps you back a little bit, not too strongly, but a little bit. All right. So you guys are in front of your first obstacle, which is the fence.
Wall?
Yeah, the stone wall.
Okay. I was like, did I misheard before, or...
Oh my god, look at me. It's a tiny Elizabeth.
Wait. Oh my god, Quinn is wide!
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna be better, yeah.
It's...
And where's Hades?
Oh god.
There you go.
I'm gone.
Okay, Hades is also not too bad.
All right.
I'm squeezed.
Squeeze.
You're all squished.
I think it's worse, the worst on Quinn.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
Cry about it.
I propose this area for reconnaissance.
We have to
Does
get
it-
in first.
Yeah, the wall goes all the way around it.
Fine. We jump the wall.
You might be able to get in through the lake.
Clint is like,
How
I remember a
prevalent-
movie how they got past something through the water.
Yeah, but it's gonna be very obvious.
Not if we
Like,
go
it-
under the water.
You'll
Bro,
be wet.
How long do you think you can hold your breath?
That's why I referenced the movie. It's, we take a big tub or whatever, and...
We're not Jack Sparrowing down on the
No, we
bottom of
gonna
the-
Jack Sparrow down there.
No, we're gonna be wet. How are we gonna explain why we're fucking wet? Kira, can we,
True.
like, what's the size of this wall?
It's about 4 meters tall.
Doable. Is it a stone one?
It is a stone wall.
Okay, I propose we jump over here next to this tree.
Again with the trees.
Listen,
the
the
tree.
the tree is covering our line of sight from the manor.
It's gonna be the tree.
It's
incident
also a pretty
2.0.
big property. Just look at the size of the building. It's kind of far away from the manor. You could be seen from the cabin if you don't do it beside the tree. But you can be seen from the manor.
We
Because
wouldn't be able to be seen, yeah, here-ish. I can't
Here
think for
you
some
would be
reason.
hidden from both the manor and the cabin. However, if there are people patrolling, they would see you.
I mean, if.
I think this one, because we can hide like at the tree. It's very close to the wall. Also, metagaming wise, we would be able to see the tree above the wall, so we'll know it's there.
That is not metagaming-wise.
I know.
That's the opposite.
I know. That's what I mean.
Okay, so
Okay.
do you plan on climbing the wall and then jumping down?
Yes.
I know I've missed quite a bit. Why don't we try and speak to the security and say, hey, we see you guys are low on manpower.
There isn't anybody at the door, at least on your side.
Okay, cool.
I propose, because it's a stone wall, if Hades can climb it, he can, like, basically straddle the wall and help people go up and down it. and that means that the one on top, which is Hades in this case, in this example,
It's like top.
I'm good at climbing, man. I don't know. But the other person can just dangle. So rather than a 4-meter jump, it's a 2-meter jump, which isn't that much.
It depends on how you're built.
We're hunters.
I mean, yes, but I think...
Just down it rather than jump from a 2-story building.
There's a
I
difference
vote-
between Hades and Quinn. Physically.
Yeah,
I would
Hades is
be
more
a tiny bit more worried about Clint rather than Quinn.
Oi!
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, do we have rope?
You did not prepare rope.
Dang. For once.
The one
I
thing...
vote we
that-
jump down.
You can't really climb down a wall. Like, you're just gonna
She
fall.
said
on your-
jumps.
Yeah, I mean, for Clint's
Oh, yeah.
thing, the only option is jumping, and we're not Jack Sparrowing through the lake.
But why not?
Because we're gonna get wet, and two of us have to explain how we're wet when we go into the manor.
No, when we
Because I'm
go
gonna-
into the manor, we use the front door. If we go to, like,
But
in
you're gonna
disguise.
be wet, like, you're not gonna I'm not gonna dry into, 5 seconds.
No. We go through... the ones who are disguised go through the front door, because it would be a bit confusing if they go only through one door, but not both. As... Or are we talking about before that?
I think you're confused.
I mean, maybe I am.
Yeah.
We're not disguised, we're disguised as
Right
the-
now you are in the reconnaissance mission. You're
Yeah.
all disguised are security guys. And if you go in through the lake, you're going to be completely soaked, and you're gonna have to like
Explain what
find an
we're saying.
excuse for that.
Okay, I confused the timeline a bit, but also, yes, we can be like, hey, we have been ordered to be here, yada yada.
Why are you
Princess.
wet?
Yeah, that's the thing. Why would you be wet? You need to find an
No,
excuse for
skip
that if you want to go through
skip
the
the
lake.
entire idea. Clint already said he acknowledges it's a dumb idea.
Okay, so
Okay.
not go through the lake at all. Just
I don't
knock
know-
on the door?
Okay, we are climbing over the wall to make sure we don't break our ankles. Clint, use your wind powers.
I don't think I can
Oh,
do that
there.
well, but I can try.
Try, and I will try and use my magic powers. I will.
Guys,
We both do our best.
just hang from the wall and just climb from each other. It's
On
also
the way down?
yes. If one of us
you-
just holds on the wall on top,
Alice, you're gonna
They're the
lower
ones who-
Clint down.
Clint can still break, use his power to break the fall a little bit of anyone going down the wall.
Yeah,
That would make it far easier
yeah.
for people that are not as strong as Addis can be.
Or a spider. Secretly.
Yeah.
Can I just roll and try to jump?
I mean, first of all, Addis is going to climb the wall, because from your plan, that's the first step.
yes, this all stems on me being able to climb this wall. But it's a stone
Alright.
wall. I should be able to, because they're uneven. So it's
I mean,
it is easy to.
It depends on what kind of stone
Roll
wall.
for it.
Yeah. Guys, pray.
God, divine intervention.
Woohoo!
Oh God.
All right, you manage, even though you have quite big fingers and the stone is a bit small, you manage to stick your hand in the tiny bit of the tip of your fingers into the crevices between some of the stones, and manage to actually climb to the top. The tip of your fingers hurt a little bit, but that's fine. So you are now on top. What's next?
Oh, why did I imagine one of the nails cracking
Elizabeth,
off?
you're up next.
Ooh, God, no.
Ugh.
Oh my god, keep your mouth shut!
What?
I imagined it vividly.
Traumatized.
I didn't because something like that happened to me the other day when I was trying to hold something and it slipped and it like cracked my nail. Ugh.
God.
So, if we don't understand this, I'm gonna send a video. But basically,
What?
how military actually climbs walls like this is the person on top.
Yeah.
We're gonna have, for example, Clinton Quinn hoist Elizabeth up. I'm gonna grab her and she's gonna hang, and they're gonna use Elizabeth basically as a rope up.
Oh God. Okay.
That's how military actually climbs walls, because they can grab like her legs.
Okay.
And the whole
Nobody's grabbing my
your
legs.
You're the strongest.
the thing is, what?
We should be grabbing your legs hardest. You're the strongest and we'll be able to
You're
hang
just
on
gonna
your
pull
wall.
me down. Also, I'm high up. You can't really reach me. It's a 4-meter wall. You can't reach 3 meters up.
Can I just jump?
No, how are you
You
gonna
already
jump?
have to climb it.
You have to climb up first before you can jump down. Because I don't think you can.
I'll use it. I'll use my magic powers to do that.
What magic powers?
You have powers over lightning. How would that help you climb a wall?
I can be the next Pikachu, I don't know.
Static
No.
electricity. Just.
Yeah. Elizabeth, the rope princess.
So, yeah, I get what Hades is saying.
Who's gonna be
Hades-
the human rope?
I mean, it should be the lightest
I'll be
one of
the
us, I
human
guess, but also one of
Yes!
the longest ones. Who's the
So
rope?
maybe either Elizabeth or Quinn.
Okay.
I'll be the rope. Let's do this.
All right. So first of all, Clint and Elizabeth, you hoist Quinn up. There's two of you, so I'm not going to make you roll for that. Then Quinn, you hang on to Hades. Hades kind of grabs your forearm just to make sure that he has a good grip. And then you dangle off the wall to make sure that Elizabeth and Clint can climb onto.
All I have to do is hoist himself a little bit up. After that, I can grab him.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so once Quinn is dangling and Hades is hoisting it, like keeping him as a human rope, who goes first?
Me?
Like down?
Alright. No, up.
I thought Elizabeth and I would both get up with Quinn's legs at the same time.
Then how
No,
would you
I would be
fully get
pulled
up?
down.
One of the... Dear Lord. Basically, the rope person just hangs there. They grab onto a leg and use it to... usually it's a belt, but we don't have belts like that, but a leg. Use it to pull themselves a little bit up, and the person on top of the wall can help them cross over or straddle the wall.
So you're not holding Quinn. Quinn is holding himself onto the wall.
I can help him hold himself, but...
That would be one hand holding an entire person and another hand pulling an entire person.
Usually the rope person is being held, like they're holding onto the wall and they have the other person securing them. Basically just holding hands. When the moment the helping person grabs the guy hanging from the rope, the Quinn would be holding his own weight. Most of us should be able to hold our own weight for a little bit, at least. So he's not holding two people. I'm now holding Clint, for example.
Okay. So who goes first between Elizabeth and Clint up the rope?
Elizabeth.
Okay. So Elizabeth, you're gonna roll. You're gonna subtract 2 to your roll because you have a little bit of help because you're climbing Quinn instead of the
wall.
The wall.
Check the chat.
Nine. Okay. You managed to get up without that much of an issue. Alright, just in case, both Hades and Quinn roll to make sure that nothing bad happens. Basically, nothing bad is going to happen, apart from the, small chance that you roll a 20.
I'm God.
Damn, you hoist Elizabeth, no problem.
Elizabeth just gets yeeted over the wall in one fell swoop.
Kira, I sent a video basically.
I know, but I can't look at it right now. I got the thing.
Jesus!
Hey.
Jesus! Wow!
We're gonna use up all the good rolls now, and then just gonna suffer the rest of the session.
Damn!
Oh
Elizabeth,
no.
you're safe.
Okay, so
Come on, Clint, let's go.
Ah,
Quinn,
you guys make it look easy.
Quinn, you feel like you don't even have weight at all. It's like, damn, this is easy. I could be a professional.
I believe I can fly.
Hades, you hoist Elizabeth up without any issue. Thanks to your critical success, you also managed to make her go down without any issue on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Whoopee!
Clint, you will have advantage on climbing queerness thanks to his critical one.
With advantage,
But
okay.
I'm just imagining Quinn like blowing in the wind like a piece of rope.
Jesus Christ!
Oh god!
I'm so lucky you gave me advantage!
Yeah, Jesus.
I just run against the wall for the first try.
Just face plant against the wall and poof.
Why didn't I go up?
Quinn, with how things are going, me and Quinn need to really take roles for the team because Clint isn't contributing.
Damn. Hades, you can roll to help Clint up because apparently he needs a little bit of help.
Should I also roll? Like maybe
yes, you can roll to keep on steady because he is having a bit of a trouble.
I struggled.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick Clint up.
Ooh! There you go.
Okay, Clint, you
like,
kind of roll for your butt to be the ladder. Clint, you kind of struggle actually because you don't want to hurt Quinn, and you're like, okay, which part can I actually grab, and which part can I actually pull on to actually hoist myself up?
No! Why did you word it like that? Now I have images in my brain.
We need more content for the fan fiction.
No, we don't!
Wriggle is going to cheat on Hades with queerness.
Jesus Christ, no.
So,
ding dong,
Hades,
no!
Clint is climbing Quinn. Every inch of his body.
No, please, no. I don't want it.
They're both climbing up the walls. The bells of Notre Dame!
I am scared.
Hades, you're trying to help Clint up, but he is kind of panicking just a tiny bit, which makes it a bit difficult for you to hoist him up, and you're like, stop moving! And then
calm yourself.
You feel Quinn actually hoist his legs up a tiny bit, find a bit of a crevice in the wall, put one foot here, and then basically push Clint up and himself on top of the wall.
Good job. I knew you were my favorite for a reason.
Wait,
Kira, does
what?
this help me
I
get
thought the other
stronger?
And in the end, yeah, that was quite the feat.
I thought we were doing this side because it's...
Oh yeah, you were. Oh yeah, because you were away from everything. Yeah.
away from everything so we're not in view and stuff.
Yeah.
Judged by the scale of the map, we're very far apart from one another.
Okay, I can't make you tinier than that, so...
You can put us on top of each other or next, like, I don't know.
We're small like me. We need to see ourselves.
Everybody heard the same thing as me. Clint asked to be put on top of Quinn.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
No.
Yes, she did.
Clint did not
Oh,
ask
no.
on top of Quinn. Clint asked for everyone to be on top of each other.
We're gonna be a big.
Fair.
We're gonna
Fair.
be a big party pile.
That's...
Oh, it's a groupie.
Just a mess of limbs.
Oh,
Clint is
it's
just chatting.
That's
The
what
fan
crowd
fiction is getting
surfing
so
is.
horny.
Oh god.
I didn't know you
I
guys
hope you
were into
brought the proper
groupies.
protection, because Jesus.
Crowd surfing.
Three men.
I don't think a gun is gonna cut it for this one.
Anyway, Clint tries.
Now you just need to get down.
Yeah, Clint tries to soften the landing with his air powers and tries to support the others who are not down yet the same way.
Alright, you can roll for it.
I'm gonna make you... I'm gonna fucking fling you into the fucking lake.
Who
No,
goes
you
down
know-
on who goes down
Hold
first?
on. Don't
Me.
forget, Clint, you're still up
You're already
on the
down.
wall. The only one that's down is Elizabeth. All three of us are still on the wall. The three men
Yeah.
I think
hiding on
it's
top
a
of the wall.
I think it's a good idea statistically for me to go down first because I have the potential of catching someone, and
Yes.
the other option is me landing on someone on a bad roll and just killing them.
Okay,
Yeah,
Clint,
agreed.
you can roll to help Hades land a little bit lighter.
See, it's not
Alright.
that bad.
Hades, you can roll with advantage to land.
Was that
2d20
Plus
to
nine.
take the lowest.
Roll
no.
twice, roll
You're running
twice,
2d20,
and
you
take
got
the
advantage.
better one.
12 and 3.
Oh yeah.
You
I'm
land
I'm
like
a
a
god.
feather. You can feel about a meter away from the ground that the air seems to be a little more dense. Like you're not falling on the air anymore, you're falling on some sort of cushion who kind of slows down your fall, and then you lightly land on the ground. The air is thick! Thank you, Fendovia! Clint made the air thick.
God, now we need like a fan art of a
No, we
curvy
don't.
wind
No, we
elemental.
don't.
Like you're
air
just
thick.
carrying him down.
I am not spoiling anything, but if you saw the curves of the actual element of air, you would know that she has some.
Oh damn.
She is thick.
She is thick.
I
She's not really hiding anything either.
Oh boy. I just had the song of Madagascar 2 in my head, Motomoto song.
I like them big.
Jesus.
I like them chunky.
I'm uncomfortable with the environment we have created.
I think Moto likes you.
So, Clint or Quinn next?
Since
I think
this went
Clint,
so
and I'm
well.
gonna try and.
Sorry.
I think Clint goes next, and I'm gonna try and land in Hardes's arms.
Alright.
More fanfiction! Okay, it's gonna be the bride
Let him
carrying
drop.
pose.
I'll just let him drop.
And I
She
I
tries
just
to land on
imagined
Hades.
I just imagined how, like, Quinn jumping down, gliding peacefully with like the air help into Hades' arms, being carried like a bride on the wedding day, and then Hades just drops him.
No, what I imagine is like in the animation films where they just watch him like going down and you just see Hades' head go from up to like just looking down, just watching Quinn just land on his face.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for myself getting down.
Yes.
With wind power.
Yes.
Before you do that, can I like try and magic, like just imagine like a slide that would then help the trajectory of Clint going down, and just like try and magic that he's not going straight down, that he's got an angle and won't go straight into the floor.
Okay, roll for it.
You're gonna mess up my magic. So
Magic.
All right.
I'm
Clint,
rolling
you can
for-
roll with advantage.
But I'm also trying to use my air magic. How's that
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
affect the
No,
entire thing?
I am putting all that into account. All right. So you start to slowly, like, you kind of eat yourself. Like, okay, my magic is still there, so it should be good. And you feel almost as if there's something on your back, like a physical thing on your back, that kind of slides you down. And as you reach the 1 meter mark, you also feel your own magic slowing your fall
Okay.
and making you slowly land perfectly.
Okay, I was afraid that it would like cancel each other out and just gonna face plant again.
Quinn, you are the only one on top of the wall now.
I'm gonna try big magic.
All right, roll for it.
I'm gonna
Can
Imagine-
I just in case actually try and catch him?
Yes.
I'm
Just
gonna
first
imagine,
of all, roll for the magic.
yeah, I'm gonna imagine angel wings that will help me just like glide.
Jesus.
Alright. Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1 on that.
I would love to.
4.
Close enough.
Oh,
That is enough.
So,
So,
you don't gotta catch him then, so...
what happened? You start to push yourself off the wall. You imagine you put your whole conscience into this single thought, like wings growing out of your back and helping you land safely. You close your eyes in order to visualize it a bit better, and you feel the air through your wings, and you land softly on your feet. However, for everybody else, you saw Quinn launch himself off of the wall. For the duration of his fall, Quinn is not Quinn anymore. Quinn is an eagle. And about a few centimeters before the wall, he takes his own appearance back and lands.
The power of magic, guys. How are my wings?
bruh, what the fuck?
Best reaction ever, bro! What the
Bro,
fuck?
what the fuck?
Yeah,
I know.
That was the
Because,
most genuine reaction I've ever heard.
You could do this entire time and we didn't use it for...
No, because if
Clint
I
just stops
manifested
himself
angel
talking
wings,
and starts walking to make sure he's behind the tree from every line of sight as much as possible. Just because, nah, I'm not gonna deal with this right now.
Quinn will like be very confused. Like, yeah, if manifested angel wings would have like 30 other problems. Did that not happen?
Angel wings?
You turned into an eagle!
Angel wings, I saw a fucking bird.
Yeah, you just straight up shapeshifted into a bird.
Huh.
You went full, these like weird books where people are step for step turning into animals. That thing. But
Animorph. That reference.
I am the fly. Huh.
It's like, huh.
I'll table that for later then.
if you can turn into an eagle, you could have just surveilled the area for us.
I
Yeah.
did not. Quinn will be very, like, visibly, like, this is the first thing, like, yes, Quinn's been confused in the past, but this is the first thing that, like, Quinn is visibly, like, stumped. Has no response, has nothing to.
Clint would then say, well, at the very least, I got a nickname for you now next time you use one.
Quinn will nod and say, yeah, let's do this.
And I will propose a tiny little pause because we have an ad break in just about 30 seconds, 20 seconds now.
Yeah, we can have the ad break.
Ooh.
Okay,
Tiny little break.
Yay.
and I'm gonna be
Jesus,
convinced that
stop.
it will happen rather soon. That Clint can use the nickname that I have in my brain.
Ego boy.
No, better.
Baldy.
Nope. It's gonna be simpler and therefore better.
Is it at least funny?
Captain, you tell me.
Bird boy.
Bruh.
Yes, bird boy.
brain.
No,
It's bird brain.
It is.
Ah.
it is
fair.
bird brain. It is bird brain. Quinn got it.
It actually suits him very much. No offense.
Why did I just imagine like everyone being like, wow, he's so extra, wow, he turned it into bird, wow. And then Quinn just being completely confused and baffled that that actually happened, looking at him. And then from afar, like it zooms out and he's just rendered in complete chibi mode. Was I a pretty bird?
Hey, wait, Alan, do you need art for your fan fiction?
Always.
No, please, no.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I just remembered I haven't been drawing at all, and like I don't remember when was the
Didn't
last
you-
time I did a drawing. So
I don't know who
Yeah.
mentioned it, but didn't you want to try to draw Fandomia at some point as well?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I have so many things I wanted to draw, and I never did it.
Eventually you're just gonna draw the entire party.
Yeah.
Except for Clint. Clint will be just a stick figure. For some reason.
Well, that was the plan. You didn't have to
Oh my
spoil
God.
my plans.
Oh my god, do you know this? Do you know this? Hold on. Do you know this meme of like I drew the Avatar cast and it was everyone was like super beautifully rendered except for Sokka, who was just very badly drawn. Hold on, I drew the Avatar cast. No, that's just no. I don't want to see the fucking. Oh, you're not even showing the actors of the modern remake. You're showing the actors of the movie remake when I clearly have drew or drawing. Why do you show me the OG movie cast? That is... No. I'm sad now.
Damn.
I'm sad always.
Always sad.
Where is the me? Ah, there we go.
I'm a university student. Life is pain.
Hold
I'm
on.
also sunburnt. Life is torture.
There we go. This image, and Clint is just soccer.
That's what he would want.
Exactly.
Okay, I still have 1 minute and 40 seconds of ads.
It doesn't even tell me that I'm having ads right now.
Yeah, on the chat thingy, it told me, yeah, there's 49 seconds left of ad, but like on the top of the ad, it says like ad 1.20 seconds left.
No,
Like,
like
1 minute
on
and
my
20
end,
seconds left.
on my end, doesn't even give me the like green banner thingy that says ad break now. 'Cause I don't even have that. I just have nothing. No indication that there's ads happening.
Damn.
But they're over on my end now too, so I guess because I don't have them at all, so I guess they're over.
Yeah, I still have 1 minute apparently.
Then we're gonna wait a minute.
There's so many ads for friends. That's discriminatory.
For
How
friends?
dare you? Apparently, because I'm the only French one and I have the ads and nobody else has them. That's racism.
Oh, for French, not for friends. I thought you had ads for the show Friends, and I was like, what?
Whoa, that was...
That's-
Why?
Why now?
The hype around Friends died faster than it came up, so...
I've never watched this show. I'll never watch this show.
It's fair.
Simply because of the ads.
Like I've never watched the show because I watched like snippets, and the humor is quite dated.
Yeah.
Okay, we are back on stream apparently for me. So, you both go behind the tree. You are all going to roll for perception.
Not
Except Quinn, who is texting.
I'm not being very perceptive.
Quinn's like, I was a bird.
I was a motherfucking bird.
You can catch me. I am a bird.
Others can't see. Alright. Elizabeth and Clint.
I overexerted myself again.
Yeah.
Clint can't see.
Clint is also... Clint is...
Nothing surprising.
Rolling as always. At least it's my favorite... My lucky number. One of my 2 lucky numbers. 3 technically, but 2, yeah.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth!
What?
We need you to roll!
Oh.
Pay attention!
I'm tempted to put you on the 20 on like just because you were not even listening.
Elizabeth was also not paying attention.
Yeah, Elizabeth is distracted.
Oh my god,
It's like, oh my god, an eagle.
Elizabeth was imagining Quinn as a baby eagle.
Damn.
Yeah, we're all just
16.
pretty fucking blind.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let me roll an 8. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So, as you are all kind of trying to discuss and be like, okay, what are we gonna do now, etc., you hear a voice behind you
As from the wall?
No, like from around
No.
here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
I'm gonna try to roll for perception and like insight. Are you
He's
dum dum? Oh my god, you're not a dum dum. So you hear a voice behind you, which is calm and poised. However, you can sense a bit of an edge to it. I'm going to be a nice man and give you about 10 seconds to convince me not to shoot every single one of you right now.
It's gonna be tough.
Microsoft Edge Man! Stop
Jesus
it!
Christ.
No!
Okay. Quick question: do we each get a chance to react?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Should we roll to see who goes first, or because Quinn has an idea?
Okay, go
You
first.
don't really have time to consult on each other, like, okay,
Go.
to
If
be
you have
like,
an
okay,
idea,
what
go.
would we do?
Okay. Quinn's gonna go up to him and say, "You need extra manpower. Do you know the shit that's about to go down here?"
You can roll for charisma to try and convince him.
And depending on his reaction, Quinn will try and react to his reaction if it is a
Okay.
possibility.
What is going on in the background? Oh god.
Is my background.
It's
Macarons going, like, doing things in the kitchen.
throwing pans
No.
at the wall.
Ooh! The man looks at you with the tiniest hint of a smirk. However, there is no humor in his eyes. Yeah, nice
Yeah.
one. Try again, kid. You
Then-
have 5 seconds left.
Okay. There's no time to discuss. If anyone else has something to do, Quinn will hold off on what he's doing.
You will hold off, or
No, like, you guys have the chance, and, like, Quinn's reacted, so he's, like, still preparing. So you guys have, like...
Clint would double down and say, well, we were hired to test the security, and we got further than we should.
Oh, you can roll for that.
Please. Please.
All of the
God.
ones already got you 9. Alright.
Oh.
He looks at you and is like, who hired you?
There were
Wasn't that the guy, Dr. Lincoln?
Laden.
something like that. It was bad handwriting.
Soup ladle. Quinn is staring this man down as he stares him down.
Mm-hmm. You can roll again.
They signed
Clint,
themselves-
since you're the main person who speaks.
Okay.
And you will get advantage because of the knowledge that you have on Layden and the fact that you know his name.
Yeah. I swear. Please, dice roll gods.
God.
Don't
I
fuck
will
it up.
sacrifice all the vampire familiars I have to in my personal mission if I don't fucking kill us here. Oh no.
It's okay. At any point, prepare
Okay.
to attack this man.
The man kind of sighs and looks at you. Let me guess, you're part of Kyle's team.
First of all, sir, you do not speak about that bitch like that. Only we can call him a bitch because we are part of this
Wait.
team. And
He did not call anybody a bitch.
well,
Yeah, I was very
the way you just talked,
Okay,
like
okay. So you do not use that tone. Okay, I was like, did you hear me?
I did.
Okay,
But
so
wait.
keep going.
So the way you just talked about our boss makes me think that you do not like him, and we are professionals, so please stand back.
We got further than we should have, after all. You wouldn't want to our...
Professionals, don't fucking kid me. If Kyle could keep his hand in his pants and not drool over the doctor's daughter every single day instead of doing what he should do, we wouldn't have to scramble and replace him.
Oh, and we were able to get this far because you did your job perfectly, you and your team.
We are trying to pick up the slack.
As I said, you need more manpower.
Yes, it's obvious.
Well, I hope you have better self-restraint than Kyle does.
As much as we don't fully like the disrespect, it is at least... Let's just say half of us are not interested.
Good.
I don't even
Alright.
like women.
Says the one who sims over every other woman we meet. Sorry.
There.
Also,
That was out of character. That was out of character.
Also, just very quickly out of character, the way Clint said, and half of us aren't even interested, implies that, like, this guy doesn't know.
At least somebody other than Elizabeth does not like women.
Wait.
No.
I was thinking of the hardest and cadence thing.
Nope, too late. That was Clint's coming out story.
Clint has it hot for Hades.
Oh my god.
And
that's why he wanted to send Cadence in. He wanted to get rid of her.
Either that, or Clint is unknowingly in the closet ace.
Damn.
I should really start working on that fan art.
Yes.
Oh no.
No.
So
this is a
the dude looks at you up and down. The dude looks you up and down. Like, I see you already have your gear. That's good. Kyle is probably inside of the manor. You should go to him and see where he wants you to go.
Clint sighs.
Yeah.
All right.
Clint except for one X-Reader.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no. I hate X-Reader stuff so much. Oh no.
It's so good.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Depends on which ones. Some are really
True. True.
Sorry.
I haven't read a lot since when I was 15.
Fair.
I wrote some of them.
Oh,
I did it too, and I still know where to find it and what's it
I don't
about,
know,
and I'm never gonna share it.
If it's like reader in
I
first
wrote
person,
it about FNAF.
Oh, what the? Nah.
Yeah.
Is this
I
Springtrap
wrote-
reader?
It was the time where there was like boyfriend and girlfriend scenarios, and it was a lot of different scenarios, and I think yes, Springtrap was one of them.
Nice.
As long as
What the hell?
please don't tell me you shipped this Springtrap with one of the other in
Okay,
Electronic.
let's...
No, it was all X-Reader.
Oh, thank God.
No. I'm... No.
to
I can't
Okay.
stand X-Reader stuff for...
Guys,
Anyway.
just
Ugh.
To get back into the role playing,
Yes.
while we're
Okay.
busy talking to this guy, can Quinn, as we discussed, try and get the frequency for the radio?
Didn't we already get it?
You can roll to yeah, you already have the frequency.
Do we? Because
Yeah.
Okay, I might have.
Thanks
missed
to
that.
Ricardo's wonderful one.
No, because we know the radios, but we don't know if they've set to the right frequency. So that's what I'm checking.
Yeah, we... We should have the radio set already because of Ricardo's one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect. That's what I wanted to just double check. Then.
From what you can pick up on the radio, they are actually currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people are in the security team. 3 of them are inside of the manor, and the rest are patrolling the outside. The names that you can get, sometimes like hearing a little bit of a little bit here and there, are Elias, Remy, and Eduardo.
Okay.
That's the 3 name of apparently 3 people inside of the team, but you don't know which one can Remy cook. You'll see.
And we know Kyle as well.
You know Kyle as well.
Oh, we do?
You don't know who is
Oh yeah,
who,
never mind. Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know Kyle as well. You know that Kyle is apparently inside the manor.
Inside the manor, simping over the daughter of Layden, which
Yeah.
is a concept that turns Clint's stomach inside out.
The concept that he has a daughter, or that someone is simping over her.
The concept that he has a daughter, like
No. in
he
all
feels
likelihood,
sorry
it's
for
not
that
a daughter.
childhood in beforehand.
Damn.
Just out of character, in all likelihood, it's not a daughter, but one of the other Lucias that he's like.
I mean, yeah, most likely, but still, just the thought of Layton having a daughter just turned like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, even if it was his actual daughter, he would just make her Lucia for the fucking sick of it.
Damn.
We know.
Oh, you know what? This works in our favor because if Kyle is gonna be drooling over her the entire time, he won't pay attention what's going on around him, so he won't even notice we're there.
Probably.
Yeah, and we're pretending to be part of his team, so he doesn't really have to know that we're not.
We don't
Kira,
have to
did we
tell him that we're part of the squad.
Yeah, Kira?
Yes.
So, since Kyle is being a simp, right now, right here, did we have any information of if Layton is here or not?
You
Or, like-
do not know.
Okay. Then we have to be
You
careful
know that
because
apparently the daughter is, but you do not know about him.
Okay.
Time to head towards the manor.
Clint would like, right before they are too far out of earshot, ask, your name was? To the guy.
Elias, Team 2.
Elias Tintin. Thanks.
He turns his back on you and keeps going over that way. Continue his rounds.
Okay, Elias
Well-
Team 2. Elias Team 2. Elias Team 2. Elias Team 2. And as they would walk, Clint would wait until they're as much out of earshot as possible from anything. Before, as quietly as possible, like overly secure, just say, well, Kyle would know he didn't call for us, I assume, so we could cause a bit of drama and say that Team 2 requested us. We
Yeah.
don't say who.
In all likelihood, Elias isn't the leader of Team 2,
Yeah.
but we can say that Elias sent us to speak to Kyle as backup,
That
if he
as well.
asks.
If he asks. But yeah.
Do you have a radio frequency?
There's apparently a main radio frequency, and there's a radio frequency for each team.
I assume a total of 2 teams. 4 per team.
There is, from what you can see, there are 3 teams.
Okay. Then we can assume Kyle is head of team 3 as the latest backup. Probably a 2-man team. We'll probably assume a 2-man team and 2 3-man teams. Cause the drama.
We just tell each team it was someone else.
Yeah.
So they get in fighting.
So you go to the manor slowly.
Clint would not go straight to the manor. Like, he would eye the hill up here, trying to figure out if it's currently like being used by some of the guards to like overlook the area or something.
Yep, there is one guy actually. This one. Here you go.
Can I suggest that?
Don't see him yet?
It's loading! Chill!
Oh my
Can I
god, it's
suggest
Mr.
that
Barman.
Each of us stay on a different frequency, that one of us is on Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, and general frequency, so that we've got the information coming to us.
I was gonna say that.
Clint nods.
Also, what kind of circus is happening with these security guys? Got Dark and Brooding, Dark and Muscle Man.
Now that you said circus, he looks like he would be like the muscle hired by a circus to like build the place up.
Yeah.
He's the guy taking the tickets at the front to make sure no funny business comes out.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Clint would take a mental note of that area is preoccupied, and he would then further try to look around if there's any other, like, more subtly, like as if there's any like
make things pretty.
Brain, please. Other guards standing around.
You can roll for perception to see if you see anyone.
I also need to refill my water because I don't have my water.
10. You see Alliance being there. Apparently he started to go over the air. You see that dude in front of the entrance of the manor.
Oh my god, it's Kingpin!
Yeah.
Spider-Man. We need Spider-Man in here.
Get me the Spider-Man.
Legend just up in his corner being like, get me pictures of Spider-Man! Anyway.
That dude is right at the entrance of the manor. And you don't see exactly who, but you see silhouette over there.
Okay. Can Quinn like reach out his magic sense to see if any one of these people in the team are like using some sort of psychic or magic sense to patrol as well?
You can roll for that. Go ahead.
I'll
Sniff.
Overly
just in
cautious.
case.
I'm gonna grab some
They
water.
aren't
Be right back.
close enough for you to sniff anything on them, but if you can sniff, if you want to sniff the area just in general, you can.
In general.
Okay, roll as well. Okay. Quinn, you don't feel anything coming from either of them, apart from around this area. There's a huge spike of magic around this area here. You don't know if it's coming from the dude or from somebody inside.
Yeah. Alright.
Hades, you smell nature somewhat well preserved. People are taking care of this place. And that's about all of it. There's not a suspicious, there isn't any extremely suspicious smells or anything, at least outside. Jesus, what are you doing now?
I hear a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
It's 12 a.m. It's like 12 at night. No one's vacuuming anything.
What?
Can you hear me better now?
A tiny bit?
Yeah, it's like midnight. No one's vacuuming anything.
Okay, so then what's the noise all of a sudden?
Can you still hear it?
Oh, now I can hear you better.
Yeah, I'm on
What's
way.
happening?
Okay, so now what do you guys do?
Move further to the entrance of the building, I'd say.
Alright. So you guys advance, and then you're in front of the dude.
The Kingpin.
The kingpin.
He was extra wide.
Yeah.
How do you make the Kingpin even wider? You're magic.
Yeah.
My man's built like a Hulk.
Yeah, basically.
Like a brick shithouse.
So, he looks at you three with a furrowed brow.
Yeah. Elias sent us to Kyle. Team 2.
He nods and steps to the side.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Dude, what is happening?
I'm having... Hold on. For some reason I opened something. Oh yeah, I opened... What? Shit. Shush. There we go. I'm back.
Alright.
I accidentally clicked something and it opened World of Warcraft. I was like, nope, that's not what I'm doing right now. I don't
You
have the brain
are
capacity
on the
to play
first
that game right
floor
now.
of the asylum.
What in the...
So here we have the bed. We have Riddle. And so Clint, Light. We have Win. And we have Hades, where the fuck you? Oh. There you go. So, you all arrive here with the little dude that is right here.
I mean, in comparison to Quinn's head, he's right now quite small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you all move inside. I wish I could make you all smaller, but then I wouldn't be able to fit the map in one
frame.
frame.
I mean, you could make the map larger.
I can make it small.
Oh yeah, if you hold Alt, you can... Yeah.
Alright.
We're tiny!
You're tiny now.
Woohoo!
I can't make him smaller. Doesn't work. Okay.
That's odd.
Apparently you can be tiny, but he can't.
I mean, it's a Kingpin. Obviously, you can't make him smaller.
He goes back in front of the door. Where do you all go?
Clint would first look around. Is there there's no one besides us in the room, I'm assuming?
Nope. Apparently it used to be like the main place. Like I cannot have the word in English. Reception area, thank you.
Clint
Tiny
would look
let's go.
Clint would look at the reception area if there's any documents visible or anything. But
There
it would
is
look... It would,
There
like,
is
he would make it
yes.
look like, in case someone would be watching, like hidden camera or whatever, Clint would make it look like he's looking around the reception area, as in motioning, very empty here, while he's actually looking around for clues and papers.
I have an idea.
Wait just a second. Let me answer that first. Then you can tell me what you're doing. There's a tiny piece of paper here that is apparently a warning that in 1 week's time there is going to be a gathering at the place and security will be doubled.
Clint nods, and then says out loud to the others, "Look like Elias's wish will be fulfilled," and pits on the thing.
Elizabeth, what do you do?
I propose that we split into 2 teams of 2 and search the place.
I agree.
Guys,
I think-
remember we don't have a way of communicating with each other.
You have
Is-
the walkie-talkies,
We have
And
but they
we're-
could hear you as well.
Yeah, that's why
But-
I'm speaking like in universe in the character of the guard guy that has been hired. So like Elias is getting his wish, ha ha ha. You know.
Yeah, but I'm talking
the-
about the walkie-talkie, not like out loud.
Yeah, we can change
No.
to a 5th or 6th frequency. Most walkie-talkies go up to 10 settings for specific
Yes.
frequencies.
If I have to warn you, if any of them change frequencies to 5 or 6, they will be hearing you.
How many frequencies do we have?
You have 8.
8 frequencies. So shall we go frequency 7, and then accidentally, like, knocking down from 1 to 8 is more of a chance. Knocking up from 4 to 5 is more of a chance. So 6 or 7 is the best possible way for us to put it on.
Yes.
I think we really shouldn't use it to communicate, and we can have like a secret word of, "Oh, let's like meet up." It can be something as easy as, "Man, I'm hungry."
I mean, we all do know Morse code to a degree, right? Like out of character asking.
No.
No?
No.
Like in character, I mean. Like
No.
our characters. Okay.
I think there's a chance for Quinn to know, but I don't think he's ever studied it.
Oh, no, Elizabeth doesn't know Morse code because of her teacher job at Leyden School.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So one of us, like at least 2 of us know Morse code.
I think Clint and Elizabeth both know Morse code.
Okay,
It's
Clint.
gonna be very suspicious. First of all, you can't really use Morse code on a walkie-talkie, because what are
You
you gonna
can.
do? Say dashes and out.
You
No,
By-
you do the...
by tapping the phone with your fingernail. I did that once in real life.
It's a walkie-talkie. Do you know how suspicious that will sound?
Yeah,
It will sound
will, and-
suspicious on a frequency they would be commonly using, but on a like far away frequency, like 7 or 8, like Quinn said.
Security or ex-military, there is a likelihood some of them will know Morse code. Just
I mean,
use
if you're
some
there's a
words
difference.
for being stupid.
There is a. It's not stupid.
No.
the thing is, there's a difference between having it on a frequency that is not assumed to be used and then just, that's probably part of the noise that you hear as background noise anyway, while listening for it like, oh, I know there will be Morse code here, is something else.
No one, when he uses a walkie-talkie, like, keeps clicking it.
No.
That's
So,
the
okay,
point.
that's-
No one does it except for us.
So
that's
when
what
it
we're
happens, it's gonna sound suspicious.
No, so that's what
Not
we're
if
saying.
you're
We
not
use
on the frequency. If you're not
Okay,
on the
hold on, hold
frequency,
on.
you won't be able to
Hey,
get that.
people,
Yo.
Okay,
go
That is-
ahead.
Clint. So what we're saying now is we don't do Morse code on the 4 main frequencies. We don't do Morse code on team 1, 2, 3 in general.
Yeah.
We choose frequency 7 for us to use Morse code on.
Yeah.
So then that way, if they accidentally change to it, we don't speak on that frequency. We only communicate with the taps on the walkie-talkie so that it sounds like the background noise.
Yeah, it will sound like background noise, or like someone else is like not really doing much.
Random radios
Yeah.
using that frequency or something.
Either
I think
I don't use it at all and just talk to each other
Yeah.
after.
I don't like that idea at all.
it's not
think
about
we
to
should-
talk to each other. It's for emergencies.
Listen, that's why. Like, I think Hades was the one that said like we should just have a code for something when we want to meet up. Like saying, I don't know, I'm hungry. Like,
Yes.
something like that.
Man, I'm hungry. And then what normally happens is you shouldn't be talking on radio, so the rest of us can pitch in and be like, don't talk on radio, which is normal chatter on normal radio.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we could also combine the ideas into one. That we do all
Yes.
of them for extra security by
Okay.
just
So,
that
what?
we have a code word, we use a frequency that none of them are usually using, and Morse code, and that way we can be...
What if one of them knows Morse code?
It doesn't... And
It's
it's gonna be random tapping on a phone for just one word.
and on a different frequency that they wouldn't be on.
Yeah, they wouldn't
I
be
don't-
constantly listening to the frequencies they're not using, because that would be a waste of time on their end.
I
Would they-
get what you guys are saying, but I still don't like that idea.
Okay.
If we
So
have to split up,
hold
that would be my idea, that we use all those layers of securities together.
Man.
Or we just don't split up.
So I just want to add on for if we split up and why it would be good. If we split up, we don't know the place. We don't know where rooms lead. We won't know where each other is. We can't use a code to say let's meet up because we won't know where everyone is. We can put in a general meeting spot like here at the reception, but
Yeah.
we can't guarantee that we'll get there. We won't guarantee that we won't be held up. So I suggest that the code be used to change to the 7th frequency so that we can communicate properly if we split up.
fine.
Yeah.
If we
Whatever.
do split up, I don't think we should, because we don't know the place. Meeting up again or like, if one of us needs help and the others are on the other end of the building, wouldn't make too much sense. But if we
Splitting
do...
up is a good idea because there's too much ground to cover and we don't have much time. We don't want to be here for the whole day.
I don't see how you're gonna direct someone to you if we're on different sides of the building. Like, you haven't been to my side, for example, and I haven't
Yes.
been to yours. How are you gonna tell me I'm in a bedroom? Congratulations, there's like 50 bedrooms.
Yeah, yes, and that is the issue I'm seeing with splitting up as well.
Okay, let's take it from where we are. We can use the 7th frequency in case of emergencies. We don't use it otherwise.
Copy.
Okay.
Let's go meet Kyle.
All right. So, you, I'm assuming, keep going further inside of the building.
Yeah.
So you arrive here, where you find this girl. It's loading.
I'm counting down.
Damn, she's big all of a sudden. She is currently looking out the windows towards the lake. At the end, at the very end of the room. Agent 008.
Oh boy.
So she turns as you enter the room, frowns a little bit, but seems to be waiting for you guys to introduce yourself.
Where Elias sent us to find Kyle.
What for?
With the extra
We
security.
have no idea where we're supposed to be, so Cal has to tell us where we're supposed to be, because he didn't brief us before that.
She kind of nods and then turns to her talkie and is like, Kyle, Elias sent 4 pendejos to us you. Yeah, I know.
Excuse you.
So get your ass back in here. Fine. You can hear Kyle answering through the walkie. Actually, on what frequency are you right now?
I'm on frequency 3.
Clint would have went to 2.
Fine, then I'm gonna go to 1.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 for Quinn. Elizabeth?
I guess I'll just take 4.
Alright. So it is Clint who hears someone answering like, who the fuck Elias sent? Ugh, okay, fine, I'll be there. Just give me a minute. Then the girl turns to you and is like, he's gonna be there in a second. Sit down.
Clint nods and surveys the options of sitting.
You have you got your face scratched.
What?
Somebody got his face scratched.
A cat jumped
You
on
have
my
a
plate.
few options right there with different chairs and stuff.
The one with the things on it.
By the way, what is this thing in the center there?
That I have no fucking clue.
It looked very suspicious, but you didn't address it, so I was assuming it's supposed to be normal. But to me, on first sight basis, it looked like some sort of, I don't know, magical pillar that's gonna be the cornerstone of the summoning ritual.
It's gonna be a random pillar. Just
Okay.
it doesn't just. It's a random pillar.
Okay.
I don't know what it's doing here.
It did look weird, and I was like, what in the...
Yeah.
To me, it reads the chimney to heat up the common room.
That's a
Maybe.
very large chimney, but okay.
Yeah.
A very large room.
I guess.
So, you go towards the chairs on the right?
Yeah. I'd say the ones with the things on it are all the far one by the wall.
Okay. That one? Or that one?
Are we all sitting there?
I don't know, you tell me.
I want to sit to the sofa next to the lady, basically.
Okay.
I want to grab what looks like the bottle on this table.
Okay. It's a bottle of water.
It's mine now.
It's Perrier, so it's apparently sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
It's not mine anymore.
And it's lightly lemon flavored.
Ooh. Oh, right. Clint doesn't have the same issue I have. Ha. Clint would take a cup.
Damn.
Because I can't drink sparkly water because I've scars on my throat that make it very painful.
Ooh.
Can I lady?
Since Elizabeth is not there because her phone just died,
damn.
I'm just gonna put her here.
Can I talk to the lady?
Yeah, sure.
I will try to turn up the chart that I don't have. And ask
The
her,
what?
so anything important? Mr. Fancy Pants over there got us all late, so we didn't get a brief.
She kind of looks at you, looks at Quinn and Clint, is like, yeah, well, lesson number 1, you don't touch Miss Aubrey's water.
Clint puts the water back away. Pardon? Didn't know that's what it was.
Cuddles
Don't worry,
just
nothing
very
more just goes.
obviously face palms and mutters to himself just loud enough for the lady to hear him. I'm working with idiots.
Better for me to tell you than to miss Precipence getting another tantrum on us now.
Any other vital information we're not going to be told?
Vital information, not really. Anyone that's not supposed to be there, you shoot him dead. That's basically the end of it.
Hmm.
Can I stab them instead?
As long as they end up dead and you don't end up driving the cops here, we don't mind.
So stabbing should be actually better.
Who's stabbing who?
Basically, Hades are trying to kind of act as a charisma of the team and talk to the lady. Clint took a bottle of water, which was sparkling water flavored with lemon. And the lady, Hades asked if there was anything that they needed to know. And the lady was like, yeah, rule number 1, you don't touch Miss Aubrey's water. So Clint put it down and was like, sorry, we didn't know. And the lady was like, yeah, it's fine. It's just that Miss Diva over there is going to throw a tantrum if she sees you touching her water.
When she says over there, where does she point?
In general.
She nods towards the windows.
The windows.
Yep.
In that case,
That's
Clint would have
fair, I
looked
assume.
in that direction.
How did just ask the lady, when does she not throw a tantrum?
The lady just like rolls her eyes and like, yeah, what do you want? It's just how those crazy rich people are. Both those who try to look outside the window to see anything will roll for perception.
Why can I not roll? Give me a hold on. Hello? There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so 8 and
Oops.
13.
Stop maximizing
I'm a bit
the window.
further away as well, though.
Yeah. You can see from afar because it's on the very end, like the very edge of the lake, like the pier that goes into the lake. You can see 2 silhouettes, one that is quite large and one that is a bit more slim.
I'm just imagining if that was a 1, my eyes would have turned back into an eagle's eyes.
Maybe.
I got attacked by a cat again.
Okay. So, what else do you do? Do you want to ask anything else?
Harris would ask the lady, so how's Kyle been? I haven't really worked with him yet.
Well, when he's not getting his eyes lost in Mrs. Precipens's tits, he's good to be working with.
Well,
That's good to know.
at least the first part we've heard already, apparently.
Yeah, he's not being exactly subtle. He's kind of using the fact that Daddy's not here to kind of get away with it.
Wait,
What?
some rich guy left his daughter just randomly with a bunch of dudes?
Apparently, he's organizing some sort of like ball, or I don't know what he's doing, but this is gonna be the place where they're gonna be doing it, so we're keeping the place safe, and to be honest, I don't think he values her that much.
One of those guys. Is it one of those? I'm gonna guess it's one of those typical blonde ladies that value cars of the guys more than the guys inside, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, all the attention that Daddy doesn't give her, she's trying to get somewhere else.
She didn't correct me on the hair color.
She kind of frowns a little bit, looking still at the window, and is like, oh good, he's taking her with him.
So we're meeting the woman of the house. Clint
How privileged of you.
Clint doesn't look very privileged. However, he has a evil idea in his head.
Quinn will say, "Oh, thanks for the information. We didn't catch what you're going by today.
Hmm?
We didn't catch what you're going by today. Actually, trying to call you on the radio."
Oh, Carolina, Team 1. If you
Quinn will
hear
just nod.
if you hear anyone call me Carol or Caro, just tell me their names and I'll put a bullet between their eyes.
Got it.
Carol.
We'll remind it.
Are you really saying that?
Jesus. Stop antagonizing the people that'll kill us on sight!
And also was seemingly decent towards us.
I'm
Uh,
only confirming the names that we're not allowed to say.
Roll for something. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
You're rolling to see if she's giving you a warning shot or not.
Elizabeth falls. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
oh, okay.
You somehow feel as soon as she turns to you, you're like, I gotta duck. And so you duck your head forward, and you hear the stone on the wall right behind you breaking down as a bullet lodged itself into it. And Carolina looks at you and is like, yeah, exactly.
Why, thank you. That wasn't scary at all.
None of you saw her exact movements. She was too quick for you.
I just
Basically.
face palms again, muttering again that he's working with idiots. This time louder, so the rest of the team also hears him. And goes and looks at her and goes, "Damn, you good though?"
Clint.
That's why I'm here.
Clint looks at how visible the damage in the wall is.
It seems like it's a standard-sized bullet. You also realize that she has a silencer, because it didn't make that much noise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I have one too?
I mean, not right now.
No,
I can't airdrop you one.
You can. You can.
No,
You're the
not
DM.
inside of a building.
No.
I'll go out.
I'll go out, don't worry. After a little bit of time, you see two people walking through the doors that apparently came in through the front doors. There is this man
Of
who
course
is
he's shirtless.
slightly wet.
Oh.
fuck boy.
Oh.
Oh my god, he reminds me of the type of guy Clint would be into.
I was gonna say,
What?
he's wet. Clint, are you a bit wet?
And there is also this
Oh,
girl
excuse
who
you?
has some sort of a fabric covering, and I use the word covering lightly, what is apparently her wearing a bikini under it.
Well, they both pose.
I mean, Clint would look at it and like, yeah, subtle is something. Like, he would think to himself, subtle is something else.
She doesn't look extremely pleased to see you all.
Clint would immediately stand up as soon as the door opens because Carol, whatever, has mentioned.
Carolina!
Hey, she can't hear the out of character talk, so I don't fucking care. So basically he would have she's coming with him, so as soon as the door opens he would stand up to greet the two. He would have his best possible posture with like it. He tries to look like the posture is normal to him, so it looks nonchalant while whatever, and he would say, so you must be Kyle?
Wriggle.
Yes?
Let the others have time to say what they do too. Before you speak.
Okay, it would be one movement thing.
Yeah, but if you all get up and speak at the same time, then you're probably gonna speak all above each other.
No, that's fair.
Hella just stands up.
Alright, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I'll just stand up and whoever, like, who is the closest to me?
The dude.
I mean, from my teammate.
Quinn.
Oh, perfect. I'll just whisper to him, like, these two look really pleasant.
Quinn will not get up and just raise a hand in hello.
The dude looks at all four of you. The girl is apparently hanging on his arm, like maybe to mark her property. You don't really know.
Looks like
So, he looks at all of you. That's the other way around. I'm gonna be able to make it. Okay. He looks at all of you. He's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
We've been sent to be.
Real please.
Oh my blood. Okay, what? How did that make my brain stumble? 1 second.
I don't know.
I just tripped and fell onto my bed.
You.
What was the name of that?
Oh god, you're dying.
It wasn't that funny, come on.
What's the name of who?
The first guy we talked to?
I'm dizzy.
Elias.
I'm so dizzy.
Hades would speak us. Elias sent us to find you, so you tell us where we are supposed to be stationed. Because Mr. Fancy Pants over there, he looks at Clint, got a slate.
He would look over at. He would look over at Hades. And just. Well, there's only so much you can do for certain traffic. Or orders.
Kyla looks at all of you and is like, yeah, Fancy Pants, I see that. Where are you going? A gala? Carolina looks at him and is like, some of us like to at least look professional. Kyle kind of shrugs and is like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Well,
So,
they're supposed
what's your
to be...
names?
Oh my god. Flint. Clint would say Flint.
Flint.
I'm Pete. This is Mary. Emotion still, Elizabeth.
So Pete, Mary.
Holds up his hand.
Uh,
Like, dagger.
Choose a
What
real
are you, a dog?
Kyle looks at your hand, doesn't take it, then looks at Clint and is like, really? You could choose any name and you choose a fucking pebble?
Hugh looks at Hugh.
I'm confused.
Are you? Because you told him that your name was
No.
Flint.
No. Hugh says that to me. I got confused. Kyle.
Kyle is like, you choose a fucking pebble.
It's simple. It does the job. And it was the first thing that humans used to protect themselves after sticks.
Fine, you're gonna be Pebbles from now on. Okay, so Pebbles, Dagger, Mary, and Pete. What a winning team here.
Hades looks at Kyle as like, those two didn't get actual nicknames, so they just chose them for themselves, and I'm too tired to give a fuck.
Okay, fine. First thing that you gotta know, Miss Aubrey here, she is the one that is the most important asset that we need to protect here. You got that?
I can
Good
see
copy.
that. I could already see that.
You can visibly see the girl batting her eyelashes at him as he says that.
Yeah, Clint would say, I could already see that.
Second mission is no one gets in that is not supposed to be in, and no one gets out. We're here for the whole mission. You're not getting out to see family. You're not getting out to see anybody else. We've got all we need here. You're not moving.
Copy.
Yeah.
Nod.
We were told we're only stationed here for today and then we're being shifted around.
Yeah, nah. You own the property now. You're not leaving until the gala. That's it.
Quinn gives a thumbs up and stays seated.
Good. Since Mr. Elias wants to bring more people in, you can go on his team. I don't care how it's not balanced or anything. He's the one that's gonna have to deal with you.
Copy. Can we get a frequency for Elias's team?
Team 2 is on frequency 3.
Thank you.
The main frequency for all the teams is 1. Team 1 is on frequency 2. Team 2 is on 3. Team 3 is on 4. We don't use the others, so don't bother. Anything else?
Nah, man. We're good.
Are we old enough to go for a swim?
No, you're not.
Thumbs up.
Oh my god, you're so full of yourself. I
Okay.
was.
We're gonna get killed because of you at some point.
By the way, Hades,
Yeah?
Acheron, Clint is named Pebbles. At least nicknamed Pebbles by Kyle.
Oh yeah,
Quinn is
sorry,
Daggers.
I'm gonna change it.
Who's
I got confused.
who's
Yeah.
Daggers?
Quinn.
Quinn is Daggers. Okay.
Yeah. That's how he presented himself. So Kyle nods, looking at all of you, and is like, good, okay, I'm gonna go back out there and survey the property, and you go back to Elias, seeing where he wants to put you.
Keep the assets safe and the property clean.
I
Got
will.
it. It was more
He
I
walks-
confirm, but yeah.
Okay, he walks out with the lady.
A thought is more accurate.
The thought.
Okay, well, I'm the fatherless, but sure.
Yeah. As soon as the door closes behind the two, Carolina rolls her eyes and is like, surveil the property, Maya.
Yeah, he's going for a swim.
Yeah, no shit.
He thinks he's Aquaman or some shit.
Well, he's definitely keeping the main asset safe.
You really think she's the main asset?
You really think they would leave the main asset here?
With him?
Her father doesn't even give her the time of day. I'm not sure he even remembers she exists most of the time.
We got that. And she's
The
trying
main
to...
issue here is protecting the property, making sure no one gets in, no one gets out. Her, well, she's part of the furniture.
Alright, I'm gonna go see where we're sleeping.
Second floor, right wing, that's where we are.
Good.
Thanks.
You can look at the rooms, see which ones are empty, and put your stuff up there.
Oh, I forgot her name. Her full name.
Carolina.
Carolina.
Carolina? I know
Like
you
the
don't-
state.
I know you don't like nicknames.
It was it was not in character.
Yeah, that's Quinn talking to Carolina.
Pete. I'm always Pete.
Yeah. Quinn will say to Carolina, I know you don't like nicknames, but you are just so awesome, and I feel like C suits you.
C?
C. Agent C.
Sure. Whatever.
Quinn rizzing up the only woman that's not already taken.
Obviously. Like always. Actually, I'm gonna roll a dice to see how she takes it. Okay.
Damn.
She looks at
Damn!
you, and Hada, since you're right next to her, you can see that she's smirking a little bit, but she rolls her eyes and she's like, "Fine, suit yourself."
Ah.
Obviously, never on frequency. I'm heading up to the rooms.
All right.
Out of character, Quinn, I thought you would go for something like Hotshot.
That would piss her off so much. You gotta go simple.
I know, but also...
He would be dead in a second.
You're gonna be punk mummy number 2. And we are gonna stop the session for now because it's getting late. And we're gonna be able to pick it up next time as you four get into the second story, right wing, to get to your rooms and probably look around a little bit.
Okay.
She hot, but not fully my type. Damn.
Fair enough.
First NPC, female NPC that I put on screen, Fandomia is not drooling over.
Yeah.
This is a day that is to be remembered.
I'm honestly happy we started recording our sessions after Hades met Cadence.
Yeah. I have a taste, okay? Your taste has been every female NPC except that one. Come on.
Your taste has a heartbeat.
Yeah, basically. Has a heartbeat and boobs. That's all.
Yeah,
No, that's Elizabeth. Yeah. Elizabeth has a heartbeat, and Fandomia is as a heartbeat and boobs.
Fair. Oh my god. Have I told you about the Pride stickers and the order they arrived in was first the delivery guy put one package to one of my neighbors and then the 6 other packages to a different neighbor.
The fuck?
Yeah, I thought that I was missing most of my packages until I phoned the people and they told me, hey, no, he put it, like, to the other neighbor. And, like, why did he do that? Why did he split the packages among my neighbors? Like, what? They all came at the same
Wanted
time.
to share with everyone.
And you know which one was the one package that I got first?
What?
The Lesbian Pride Fandomia stickers.
Of course you did.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
It's a sign.
Alright, I hope you had a good session. I hope you enjoyed it. And
I actually did.
Yeah. And we will see you all very soon.